going down this week. So just made sense for us to begin. And yeah, you know, obviously we're coming off the back of Halloween Havoc. It was an all right show. I was hoping for a bit more, in truth, from Halloween Havoc. There was definitely parts of that show that didn't quite work for me. But there was parts of that show that I really enjoyed. And it'd be very interesting to see, like, how we move forward now. There's a lot of tag matches tonight. Looks like we've got Von Wagner and Kyle O'Reilly teaming up, taking on, I think it's Legado del Fantasma. We've also got, we're going to hear from Mandy Rose. We've got Dakota Kai coming back. Dakota Kai is actually taking on Cora Jade. We've got Tony D'Angelo on Lashing Out, Lash Legend. We've got Solo Sikoa, who's going to be in action. We've got Ciampa, who's giving a promo. The other tag match we've got is Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes. They are going to be taking on Lumis and Johnny Gargano. So we've got that match coming up as well. As well as that, we've got Cameron Grimes going into Duke Hudson's poker room. So we've got that coming up also. So there's a few things that they've got lined up for us. I mean, like, NXT 2.0 is such a weird show for me because I do like it. And there's a lot of stuff about it that works. But, I don't know, it does feel like we don't quite have the passionate fan base, the passionate crowd that I remember from Full Sail. I do feel like the arena's a bit of a step down. I like the arena. I like the idea of it. I just think they could fit more seats in. It feels to me like there's less people there than what we had at Full Sail. I kind of think, like, I'd like to see more people in attendance. I'd like the crowd to be, like, more vocal. I think, like, some of the matches for me, they're a little bit botchy. There's a bit, like, I just don't remember the original NXT being like that. I think it's because we've just injected a lot of new talent, to be honest. I think that's what's happened. I think we've put a lot of new people onto, it's probably the biggest refresh NXT has ever had, other than when it stopped being a game show and became a weekly show, like a proper promotion. I would say what we've just gone through is probably the biggest refresh since then. So I suppose you have to accept it, don't you? You have to go, yes, there's going to be loose ends. It's going to look rougher around the edges. Like, it's not going to be the kind of polished product that you're maybe used to seeing. So I can forgive that. So I do like it. I do like NXT 2.0. I think the relaunch has been good. I think they are maybe missing a bit of star power. That's probably why you're not seeing too many people like going crazy about NXT 2.0. But their ratings were fine last week. I think, weren't their ratings like over 650,000? Which, if you think they were struggling to get that when they had Samoa Joe and Finn Balor and like all of that star power, now we've just injected a load of new people and the ratings are the same. So I don't think that people tune into NXT necessarily for any superstars. I think they tune in for NXT. So it's good to see that the ratings are still holding strong, which is really, really good. It's going to be interesting to see Dakota Kai back. She takes on Cora Jade, who Cora Jade looks all right, looks young, bit green, but she seems to be quite a bright prospect for the future. Obviously, we've got Tony on Lashing Out, which I'm really looking forward to. We get to see Solo Sikoa as well, who is the Lost Oos. So we get to see him. We've got Ciampa on the show. There's a lot. We got Mr. Bout It. So we get to see him as well, Mr. Bout It. So he's going to be on the show along with Carmelo Hayes, taking on Johnny. It's great to have Johnny back. So Johnny is back along with Dexter Lumis. So yeah, lots for us to get our teeth into. J14, shout out to you. Jordan said Cora is a young Paige. Miss Clown 1, hello. Yeah, the other big news today is about Bray. And Butterspark sent a load of stuff over to me. So shout out to, hang on, doesn't go by that name anymore. Erase Your Mind. So Erase Your Mind sent me a load of stuff on Twitter. And basically it's the stuff that came out from Sean Ross Sapp talking about how Bray, Orton, and a lot of people were disappointed with the WrestleMania match. So that seems to be like a bit of a talking point. I must admit, a lot of what was said was not a surprise. Like, the big breaking news was that Bray and Vince had creative differences. I mean, that's going to come to the surprise of no one. Did anyone hear that and go, oh, I wasn't expecting that? Like, okay. Like, tell us something we don't know. But the WrestleMania match was interesting. Because it seems like that wasn't the planned finish. It seems like there was no follow-up to it that was planned. And the fact that it was all just open and, you know, out there in the open, like, that's it, that's the end. There's no follow-up. That's what seemed to surprise and upset a load of people. So that was interesting. I'll give them credit for that. That was quite interesting. That WrestleMania did not go the way that they wanted. So... And then, like, yeah, seemingly it's because Bray kept pushing back at the creative differences. I have to tell you, it was coming across to me for the longest time that there was creative problems there, because I genuinely don't believe, looking at how it started compared to how it was going and comparing to where it was going, it didn't strike me that this was one man's vision, one man's story that was being played out. You know, you look at it now and you go, yeah, you can look at the story and you can't tell me, right? You cannot tell me Bray Wyatt, the creative genius, yeah, that everyone says he is, you cannot tell me the plan was that the Fiend gets burnt alive and then he magically comes back fine by walking down a corridor, right? You can't tell me that's what Bray had in mind. This creative genius thought, we'll burn my character alive, and then at WrestleMania we'll have him walk down a corridor and he'll be fine. Then he'll magically recover, yeah, after not being seen for months on end. And then he'll go out and just have a match like the normal Fiend that he'll end up losing because he gets distracted. Like, you look at it as it was going on and you're like, this is just craziness. This isn't working. This isn't like one man's vision that's being executed perfectly. And you know, I've got no surprises whatsoever. There was a lot going on behind the scenes, a lot of people chipping in, pulling things in different directions. And again, you know, they say, don't they, that a camel is a horse by committee, meaning if you got a load of people in a room and ask them to draw a horse, they'll debate about it and they won't actually end up with a horse. They'll end up with something close that might be a camel. And that's what we've ended up with. We've not ended up with the perfect Fiend Bray story that I think Bray had in his mind. We've ended up with what we've ended up with, which is rough around the edges and bumpy at times and doesn't work and is a bit clunky. But, you know, by and large, still got the job done. So I think that, you know, more will come out. I don't think that what was released today was all that juicy, but very interesting that WrestleMania didn't go the way that Bray wanted, didn't go the way that Orton wanted. There seemed to be a lot of surprise that there was no follow-up planned for after WrestleMania. And, you know, that seems to have been a bit of a final straw with everything. So the straw that broke the camel's back is what that was. So, yeah, that's kind of like the big news that I've seen today, which, as I said, I don't think is all that juicy. But there's been loads of stuff come out about Bray. We did that video last night. It was basically just what we did on stream. We did it during the Raw stream, but I didn't record it. So instead I did it again after. And I think all that stuff's really interesting. That stuff is incredible. I hope Kyle comes out with more of that. Like, I'd love to see more concept art. I'd love to see, like, you know, was there other plans for the Funhouse? What were the original plans for the Funhouse? What does the original Funhouse look like? I'd love to get all of that information. So I think it was Erasure Mind was saying that they're going to do a podcast, like Cult of Wyndham is a podcast. So it might be that all that information comes out on this brand new podcast, which is just going to be unmissable, isn't it? That'll be unmissable. Moldy said, someone on Twitter said, playing devil's advocate, they gave Wyndham all the time off he wanted and paid him for all of that. Then he came back and pushes against creative thoughts. Yeah, I don't think he's innocent in this. I know there's hardcore Bray fans that are in our community, but I will always call it as I see it. I don't think he's innocent. I think the truth lies in the middle. I don't think Vince is innocent. I don't think anyone comes out of this looking brilliant. I think that Bray had a vision for the Fiend, and for whatever reason was under the impression that, having already worked there for as long as he had, that he was going to get full creative control. I mean, unless they turned around and said, this is amazing, you can have full creative control over this, and that's where the miscommunication happened. But why would he ever think that he was going to be able to, from start to finish, have full creative control over this creation? I mean, it's within the WWE. It's all going to be licensed by WWE. Whatever you create in WWE belongs to WWE. Like, they give you the platform, they give you the TV time, they give you the production, the cameras, the you know, one of the most followed Instagrams, one of the most followed YouTube channels, a regular TV show. They give you that platform, but whatever you create belongs to them, and then they pay you, you know, the money for it. So I think he's created something. I think he's been very protective over it, which I do understand, because it must be so frustrating when you've got such big ideas and you know something can work, and you know that it's what people want, and you know that what WWE want to do is a complete disaster. I get it. I totally get it. But yeah, I don't disagree. Like, he is being paid, and I think there has to come a point where you get your point across and you're like, no, Vince, I think we should do it this way. But that's part of the problem might be he didn't get a chance to speak to Vince. Do you know what I mean? It might just have been a case that, right, here's the script, and you look at it and go, well, hang on, that's not what the Fiend would do. Can I speak to Vince? The problem you've got is, can I speak to Vince? You can only do that so many times before you get a reputation. And do you know what I mean? That way you're going to have to really pick your battles. I mean, you can't get the script each week and go, get me Vince. Because first of all, Vince ain't going to see you every week. I doubt he's got the time. Second of all, can I see Vince every week is going to get, you know, really annoying quick. And, yeah, I think part of it is, you know, he was so protective over it. It's hard to criticize him for it, because I get that he had the vision for it, but you have to understand that they're looking after so many superstars. Do you know what I mean? Like, if the Fiend, like, the Fiend's, people wanted the Fiend to change people. I've spoke about this before. People wanted the Fiend to change characters. So, well, right, they're a face, and then they face the Fiend, and then they're a heel after. Okay, well, what about that other person? What about Finn Balor, that's now a heel? He was a face before. He's faced the Fiend. Well, now he's a heel. Well, what if Balor doesn't want to be? And what if Seth doesn't want to be? So Seth was a face. He faces the Fiend. Is a heel now. Like, is everyone else meant to just accept it? But as long as it works for the Fiend, that's acceptable. So it's not as straight cut as, like, this is all Vince's fault, or this is all Wyndham's fault. I honestly think the truth lies in the middle. I think that, like, Bray was maybe a bit overprotective, but I understand why, because he had a very strong vision and he knew there was a story that would work. Equally, I can understand why WWE were disappointed and frustrated, because they were coming up with creative for this character that, you know, was great and was working, and all they kept getting was, no, that's not what would happen. No, that's not the way it would go. Or seemingly that's what they kept getting. So I feel like the truth kind of falls in the middle. I kind of feel like, do you know what I mean? It's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Because I can understand that WWE have got to look after Finn Balor, they've got to look after Seth, they've got to look after Bray, they've got to look after Roman, they've got to look after everyone, you know? And I don't think that they were ever looking at The Fiend as being the top star. Like, I think The Fiend was a character that was a character along with Seth, along with Finn Balor, along with Kevin Owens. I don't think they were trying to make The Fiend Roman. But who knows? If Bray had maybe not been as vocal and The Fiend had, you know, stuck around and had done more, who knows where The Fiend might have reached if, like, do you know what I mean? Like, Bray had maybe not pushed back as much. Because if Bray had stayed quiet and picked his fights, and maybe not been as vocal and not pushed back as often, then maybe, you know, it could have been seen a lot more, could have done a lot more, would have been involved in more feuds, you would have got more Fiend. He might still be there now, and it might have, do you know what I mean, like, gone on to something bigger, better, and who knows where he could have got to. So it's a tricky one, isn't it? It's a tricky one. I mean, it's done now. I mean, we're just debating the past and throwing stuff out about the past, but you know, this is a conversation I can see that's going to evolve over time as we get more and more details. And obviously, we still haven't heard Bray's side of things. So, you know, he might turn around and go, I didn't kick back that much. He could turn around and say, I only actually questioned 2 things, and that was too much for them. Which in that case, you go, flip, I don't think he really did anything wrong. So, you know, we're still in the dark a little bit here. But, yeah, it's a good point, Mouldy. It's a good point. I think that there's, I think there is a conversation to be had there, definitely. And I think truth is in the middle somewhere. I think it's in the middle. Fiend should have been beyond Roman to me, says Horatio Mind. William said when he left, Alexa Bliss was to change face, heel, and heel, face. When he left, Alexa was going to change faces, heel, and heels, faces. I'd love to see the days book The Fiend being crazy, says Jellyheads. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted him to be split personality, and I think you could have done some awesome stuff with that. I think you could have done some really, really good stuff. I mean, could you imagine? You could have had stuff like where we're backstage and Vince has like a knock at the door, and a doctor comes in and says, "I'm sorry to do this here, sir, and I don't know if you want this to be on camera. I'm actually from like you know the mental facility up the road, whatever, and you need to know that there was a patient that was in our care for a while. He has been discharged, but I still have some concerns." And you know, they put the folder on the table, and maybe they don't mention the name, but you can clearly see it say Bray Wyatt on the camera. And like, do you know what I mean? Like, there would be people on social media that are like, who was it? Who are they talking about? And like, you'd be able to just spot it. You'd be able to read into it. And all of a sudden, then you're starting to, you know, okay, so that's where he was. That's where he was at like a mental health facility. And there's a doctor that's still concerned that he's not fully recovered, even though he was discharged. Do you know what I mean? Like, and like Vince could be like, yeah, we won't have the cameras for this, guys. And the cameras go, and that's all you get. And it's like, I mean, it's obviously not real, but it's just got that little summit to it. I think that could have been really interesting. He could have brought carnage to that roster, absolute carnage. But again, this is why. Do you know what I mean? Like, these are the ideas. He could have had these ideas. Could have been stuff he wanted to do. And I understand then why you would be so super protective of it. Because, do you know what I mean? Like, it could go down roads that you really just don't want it to go down. Like magic corridors and stuff like this. And then you'd be like, you know, all the credibility and everything you're trying to do. I suppose in a way you would be like, why do I bother them? And you'd get really disheartened. So I do understand. I do get his side of it as well. It's just really unfortunate. It's one of those that I think you could talk about forever, because I really think with Bray they had a top merch seller. They had someone that really connected with people in a way that you just don't see that often. Like the amount of Bray and Fiend fans and people that really gravitated towards that character is rare. That is rare, isn't it? I mean, you don't see that passion for a character like what people had for Fiend and for Bray. I mean, it was rare. And, I mean, I'd argue there's no one really in WWE that's got that connection with the fans the way that he did. Certainly not when I look at Twitter. I don't see a reaction the way for anyone that he managed to get. Not even for, like, Liv. I'd argue even not even Roman. I mean, he was top merch seller when he was there at times, so he must be outselling Roman and outselling everyone. So it was a really rare thing, and it's mind-blowing to think that Vince, an amazing businessman, he is an amazing businessman, was not, and Bray, very creative, were not able to get onto the same page to the point where they could make this work. And to the point where I mean, there must be millions and millions and millions of pounds that were left on the table. There must be. There was so much more you could have done with that character. To think that opportunity is gone and that millions and millions and millions of pounds have just been wasted. I do struggle with it. I can't get my head around why they could not make that work. His release is on one of the most shocking moments, easily of the year, of the past few years. I mean, I don't think anyone saw it coming. I didn't see it coming. Came completely out of the blue. So, yeah, very, 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 very strange. And that's why it's so fascinating as we get more and more information coming out. So, even though it wasn't, like, much today, still a little bit. And, very interesting. Moldy said, I love Wyndham, but if he did get paid for a long period of off work, and if he did come back and immediately cause problems, then I wouldn't blame WWE for letting him go, but it's not believable. I did see Austin earlier just saying, I'm going to wait for Bray's side. I don't think that the news that comes out today it looks bad on Bray. Because I don't actually think anything that's been said today is stuff we didn't know. So I don't think anything has changed today. So I think if you're a Fiend fan and you sat there going, is this hurt what people think about Bray? I don't think it's changed anything. My opinion of Bray is no different right now than it was yesterday, day before that. I don't think that it's changed anything. I just think that we've, seemingly been told from a very good source in Sean Ross Sapp and Fightful that there were creative differences between Bray and Vince. Well, as we said earlier, wow, shock. It is what it is. And, if he was kicking back a lot, I must admit I thought he was doing that anyway. So I don't think it changes anything. I don't think it changes anything. But it will be very interesting to see what he's got to say. And who knows when that'll be, because the non-compete is up. Do we get a tease tomorrow? I mean, tomorrow's AEW might not have him, but it might have a tease. There could be something tomorrow that teases the arrival of Wyndham. Because, it's up now. It's done. That's it. We're moving forwards. Erase Your Mind said sometimes what goes on outside the ring is much more fascinating than anything inside. Yeah, very true. Very, very true. I mean, I know a lot of people will now seemingly hate Bruce Pritchard, right? Because his name's been mentioned quite a bit with, not getting the Fiend thing or whatever. But he reveals a lot of information from back in the day, on his podcast, Something to Wrestle With. Lots of information. Obviously, it's through his eyes, so it's from his perspective. You'd need to get the other perspective, but a lot of why decisions were made, like why was Vader never champion, or why did they put the belt on Hogan at 9, or loads and loads of stuff from back in WWE. He has got, because he's always been around and he knows he's Vince's right hand man, along with Kevin Dunn. He's got those answers. And wow, I mean, even when he talks, because he will reveal everything that's happening now on Summit to Wrestle With in the future, because he's revealed everything from the past, and now he's gone back again. Once his time with WWE is done, getting his side of the story will be equally as fascinating for me. And that would guaranteed to get that. He'll release all of that on Summit to Wrestle with. So yeah, I agree. If you do like all of that, then all of the Something to Wrestle with, all of the the Conrad ones are really, really good. He's got Eric Bischoff reveals a lot of behind the scenes stuff. JR, grilling with JR, that reveals a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. So I agree. Everything behind the scenes is sometimes more tasty. Hadar said, I am being for real right now. I'm going to call him out for real, so he's going to see this, says Hadar. Hadar, I don't know what you're on about. Are you calling out Vin Diesel again? William, shout out to you. I think Cesaro, Timothy Thatcher would be great, says Jaden. Alex said, I hope he doesn't go AEW. They don't need him. I feel sorry for the old talent as they've been pushed to the side by the new signings. Adam said, the thing is, we are never going to get the full truth. Wyndham will have one side. WWE will have a different side. Yeah, but I think then you look at it, and I genuinely think, by and large, the truth is then somewhere in the middle. So, I think Wyndham will have his perspective. You'll see it from Wyndham's perspective. You'll see it from WWE's perspective. And then, honestly, normally the truth's in the middle. I think both could be true, but they just play off each other, so. But I don't think there'll be any big. I don't know if there's going to be anything like. I think what I want to hear from Wyndham is, at what point did the story deviate from what he wanted? So, at what did he want to do? At what point did it start to drift? What was the first time he clashed with Vince? That's what I would like to know. What was the first time? And, was it Hell in a Cell? Because I think Hell in a Cell would be the first time a lot of people went, what the flip? Right? So, was it Hell in a Cell? We know he wasn't happy with it. Or was it something before Hell in a Cell? What was his vision for The Fiend? What was he hoping for? If he was hoping to get to the Universal title, well, he got there. He got there. But then I can't imagine that he wanted to drop it to Goldberg. And, what was his vision for the Firefly Funhouse match? Was he hoping that would turn John heel? Was John on board with being a heel? I don't know. Or was it just a one-off, weird thing and you leave it to the viewer to interpret? Or, what was he going for with that? And then, what was the plans with Alexa? Was she always going to be this kind of playground Alexa? Or was that something that came in as it turned out the Fiend was going to take a back step because he got burnt alive? And how did he feel about that? As the Fiend took the back step, was Alexa then kind of pushed into that Fiend position instead? Was he on board with that? Was that part of his plan? There's loads and loads and loads that I'd love to find out. But I'd love to know the key moments that he clashed with Vince. I'd have to think Hell in a Cell, Goldberg, WrestleMania this year. Those would be the big three. I can't see much more that he would have clashed about. I mean, he was going to get a normal match against Cena at 36, but obviously pandemic stopped that. And so they had to do a cinematic thing instead. Well, I suppose they didn't have to. They still could have done a match in front of no fans, but it gave them an opportunity to do the cinematic match. So, a lot of questions, a lot of stuff I'd love to know, and hopefully we get answers soon. I get butterflies talking about Wyndham. I never get that talking about any wrestlers. It's so rare to have a connection with someone that you feel is a friend, says Moldy. He won it twice and dropped it to Roman 7 days later, says Mac. Oh, that is true, yeah. That's true. I don't think AEW needs Bray. Braun turned down AEW, so maybe that would influence Bray going there. Evan said, did you see the news I sent you on DMs? I didn't. What is it, Evan? Fire it here for all to see. Probably the Fiend story bigger than the world title. Mate, I'm going to call out Vin Diesel. For real. He is going to see this, says Hadar. He will see this. He will see this. So, yes, you have called out Vin Diesel. I know that LSW was looking into Vin Diesel's, wrestling background. So, I'm not sure if LSW... I know LSW found a few bits, but you call him out, mate. You use this platform to do that, because we know he watches. No one's going to deny that Vin Diesel's watching right now, so you call him out, Hadar. You call him out, mate. Alexa was always Vince's idea. There's no way Bray wanted to share that character with anyone else, says Dave. Amin said, acknowledge me. Amin, shout out to you. William said, I think Bray should make a book like Stone Cold, DX China, or Mankind. Esteban said, are we going to get Wyndham on Talk is Jericho? When, where will he talk? Well, this Cult of Wyndham thing seems like a podcast. Again, Erase Your Mind was telling me that this seems to be a podcast, this Cult of Wyndham. So the general thought process is that he might just jump on there and share all this info on there. So Connor is calling out The Rock. Oh, my God. Guys, please don't keep calling people out, because we know they're watching, and this is going to lead to such turmoil in the community. So can we try and stop calling out people? Right, here's Hadar. So this is what I'm on about, mate, because I am a Vin Diesel fan. Plus, I am going to give him a point. Okay? Austin said, if Bray goes to AEW, I don't want a video package. We're not even 100% sure if he will show up or even at Full Gear. He could do a movie or a podcast, so I'd love for it to be a surprise. So you want it just to be a, here he is. Yeah, I think if they're going to do that, surely they do that at Full Gear. But the thing is, would you not do it before and then do his first match at Full Gear? It'd be very rushed, wouldn't it? Or it's such a big deal, you could do it where he appears on the go home for the first time, and if you want to hear what he's got to say, Wyndham speaks at Full Gear. I mean, that's rare, isn't it? To actually use a pay-per-view to give someone an opportunity to talk would be rare. So Wyndham arrives, and then breaking news after the show, Tony Khan says that he's managed to contact Wyndham. He's going to let him know that he has got the platform at Full Gear to say whatever he wants to say, get off his chest whatever he wants to get off his chest. I mean, how unmissable would that segment would be as big as a match. Wyndham with the opportunity to say what he wants to say. And then when you actually get there, I wouldn't have it be a shoot. You know, you just use that promo for him to basically introduce his new character. So, you know, I certainly wouldn't have him go, and then Vince said this. I wouldn't do that. No way would I do that. But you plant the seed that might happen. But then when you actually get to the show, Wyndham could do one of his traditional vignette promos. Do you know what I mean? So you could do something along those lines. That way you get the big moment on Dynamite. Wonderful. Everywhere. Gets to a wider audience. I would imagine more people watch Dynamite than watch the pay-per-views, because pay-per-views are like 50-odd quid. So I would imagine that more people watch Dynamite, so that might be the better place to debut him. And then at Full Gear, so that you get some boost for that, hear what Wyndham has got to say. But again, hear what Wyndham's got to say. You get there, and it's not Vince this, Vince that. It's just a promo to present his new character, which people will still love because it's the new character and we're being introduced to it. But they would have to obviously have this prepared pretty much now in order to roll on it. But in all fairness, they've had all this time if he is going to AEW. So you'd have to think that work has been going on behind the scenes. Rai said, I'm calling out Hasbulla. Oh, God. I'm sick of that dude talking trash. Where you at, Hasbulla? Sergeant Slaughter followed me on Twitter. That's the news. Well done, Evan. Well done. That's very cool. A speaking platform at Full Gear would be crazy cool. Gary said, people forget, unlike WWE, the talent from AEW is allowed to work in other promotions. They will always have something going on. Ryan said, I hope he's a cult leader. Days, if Kevin, Sammy, Seth, and all the other OG of NXT never left, where do you think it would be now? What would happen with call-ups if they wouldn't have happened? What would have... I don't know what you mean. I mean, if they're not going to call anyone up, then are you saying they would have called up other people? Because, I don't know. I mean, like, if you're not going to call up your A talent, why would you call up your B or your C talent? So, if you just had Sammy, Kevin, and you kept it as its own promotion, where would it be now? I think it'd be in a good place. I mean, you'd have Kevin, who was a killer. You'd have Shinsuke. You'd have Johnny. You'd have Andrade. I mean, would you have Charlotte and Sasha and Bayley? I mean, would you have Seth? Because he came out of NXT. He was the first NXT champion. So, yeah, I mean, it would have to be in a better place. I mean, it would have to be. But you need the storylines. I mean, like, Seth was not that big of a... Well, he was a big deal, but he wasn't what he is now. You know, you needed the Shield, and you needed the exposure of the main roster. So, would it be bigger than it is now? Yeah, I think it would. I don't think we'd be at 600,000. I think we would be bigger than where we are now if it went onto the network and you kept all that talent. But you need to have the right storylines as well. Plus, also keeping that many people around, it would be very bloated. The roster be very, very bloated. So you'd really struggle to keep everyone happy. So there'd be pros and cons. I'm calling you out, Days. Web Thursday night. Bring your A game. I always do, mate. If you've seen an episode of the Web, I always bring my A game. Yeah, it looks like the Web will be Thursday. We've got Dave's got a bit on tomorrow. I've got a bit on tomorrow. We've got AEW, which could be huge. We've got Champions League as well. And because of the clocks, there's actually a tiny window between the football and AEW. So we could shoehorn the Web in there, but it's so tight that the Web would likely have to be a shorter episode. So it makes sense to just switch it to Thursday instead. What would a book be like if you was to make one? It would have front, back, pages in the middle, lots of words, few pictures, might even have a little colouring section. Dylan, shout out to you. Days, I'm calling out Jake Paul. Jake Paul, stop ducking me. Clay, shout out to you. Patrick says, Ronaldo, best player at Man United. Connor said, I'm going to challenge you. I'm calling you out, baby. Amin said, I'm going to give Raw 10 out of 10 for yesterday. Jamie said, do you think Ronaldo is the greatest ever Manchester United player? I don't think so. I mean, the only thing is that Alex Ferguson classes him, I think, as his greatest ever player. I think when he talks about it, I think Ferguson actually said he only had a few world-class players, and one of them is Ronaldo. So Fergie certainly thinks it's one of his best players, and you'd have to argue that Fergie's teams were our best teams. But could you really put him over Ryan Giggs? Could you really put him over George Best? I just don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could put him over those legends. For me, it's I am looking at like Giggs. I think he is clear of Scholes. I think he's clear of Beckham. I think he's clear. Is he clear of Cantona? Is he clear of Cantona? I mean, don't forget, like, when you think Ronaldo, he was amazing with us the first time, and he's been brilliant since he came back. But Ronaldo went to a whole different level at Real Madrid. And so you couldn't include the Real Madrid stuff. And you can't include the Juventus stuff. So Giggs' longevity destroys Ronaldo. So I don't know. It's tricky. He's in the conversation. I'd go that far. Oh, your camera keeps going out. I know. There's not really much I could do about it. I don't know why it's doing it. I think it's something to do. With the like extra green screen that I'm asking it to sort, and I just don't think it likes it. So it's not been doing it, or it started to do it a lot more, but it's not been doing it this much. I will take a look at it. Do you think boxing makes Canelo Alvarez wait for UFC to finish again? Yeah, I think so. I hope so, because I would like to watch both. Rai said, I'm fed up with Dan Lambert. I don't think that dude knows squat about fighting. I'm going to call Dan the Voice Lambert out. Are we going to see Charlotte Flair on Friday? I would think so, yes. She is on SmackDown, so yeah. Alex said, if the old NXT was still around, I reckon indie wrestling would have been massive still, and I don't think AEW would have come by now. Evan said, I hope that Wyndham and John Cena follow me. That is my dream. Green screen versus Days. It is a battle that's going on at the moment. Yes, it's a battle I'm not winning. But it is a battle that's happening. I prefer the lights to come out and then back on and Wyndham in the ring. I'm fine with a video package at Full Gear because we're sort of expecting him there. Then we'll anticipate to see what he does next. Austin. Erasure Mind said, I'm calling out Marco Stunt and Little Mean Kathleen. And mate, they're the best call-outs. I think you've just delivered the best call-outs we've had so far tonight. Definitely. Andy Cole is a legend. He is a legend. That is true. Where's Kinky Cross at? Apparently he's having a little refresh, isn't he? Aren't they doing a few little bits with Kinky? Old Kinks. The Kinkosaurus Rex. I think they're refreshing his presentation, so I think that's where he was. Do you fancy Lana? No. Adam said, I'm calling out Kia anytime, any place. Dude, if you've got food, she'll be there anytime, any place. She's very easy to you know, if you want to get her attention, just make sure you've got a bit of chicken on you, and that's all you need. She'll be your best friend. Right, we've got less than half an hour to go until we get to NXT 2.0. Obviously, a lot of talk about Wyndham tonight, but that's because it has been the talk of the town. It has been the talk of the wrestling world today. I'm just having a look to see if there's any other bits that have been discussed. I don't think there is anything, to be honest. Mandy Rose reveals why she moved back to NXT. Should we have a look at that? I got the call and I didn't get much explanation. So there we go. Mandy Rose reveals why she moves back to NXT because she was told to. That's why. I got the call and I didn't get much explanation, which is kind of the usual. I didn't expect anything less. It was one of those things where they want you to help out some other talent. They needed a good heel, and I said, sure, why not? I live in Florida. That's not a bad commute for me. I just kind of went with it, and obviously, it's worked out really well. I'm in the process of helping out a lot of other talent and a lot of other women. In that process, I think I really evolved myself the best way possible. I kind of felt like I needed a little bit of a revamp or whatever. I think we all go through those moments where our characters have to evolve and change a little bit and find some other layers. I have, and I'm really enjoying the ruthless side of me. I always knew I had it, but sometimes you have to have the time and space for it. So there we go. Breaking news. Mandy Rose reveals why she went back to NXT. Because they told her to. Days, we want the throne. You deserve a proper throne. Dude, have you seen the drama we're having with the green screen? You will get the throne on Thursday. LA Knight has been hacked. What is the card for SmackDown? I don't think anything's been announced yet, to be honest. I don't think anything's been announced, so nothing yet. Airflow Games says, I've got my first high school football and soccer game tomorrow. Good luck. Connor said, I thought you was with Lana. No, Linda. Alex said, what are your thoughts on powdered milkshakes? As in like Nesquik. Like milkshakes that are in powder form, you just add milk. I mean, in all fairness, those are the only milkshakes I had as a kid. I wouldn't even know what other milkshakes you could have these days. I suppose you could blend something, couldn't you? But, I don't know. If I was going to have a milkshake, it'd probably still be a powdered one at home. Why has no one ever made a milkshake machine for home? Why has no one ever done that? Has someone done that? I'm going to Google that right now, actually. Do you know what? I'm going to look for that. And we do go off on tangents. If you are new here, which, you know, I doubt anyone is. But if you are, then don't be surprised. Milkshake machine for a home. They've got to. Someone's got to. Ice cream maker. Milkshake mixer. No, this isn't really what I was looking for. I just wanted something where you pull the handle and it comes out. These are all like mixers. Mixers. Milk tea shaker. Milkshake maker. No, not really. There's just something that you kind of put ice cream in with other things and it mixes it. I thought there might be something where you pull a handle and it works, but no. Seems like technology has not got there yet. Days, when I was young on your toy hunts, I would laugh my head off, says Ethan. Ethan, shout out to you. I'm glad you enjoyed them. I do want to get another one done soon. William is new. Welcome. Mandy has formed her own version of Absolution. Shredder Blade said, was you a fan of TNA? I wasn't, no. No shade on TNA, but it just wasn't part of my viewing. And to be honest, all I kept hearing was how cringe it was. Like, AEW have been able to avoid that kind of negative press. If anything, like, you hear about how good AEW is, they tend to generate good positive press. I think the thing is that TNA was around just before social media. Well, I think social media was around in, like, 2007. I mean, I think we're probably looking at, like, MySpace at that time. I don't know if Facebook was probably around. I'm not sure about Twitter. I wasn't on it. I wasn't using Twitter in 2007. But I was probably on MySpace, in all fairness. But all I kept hearing was about how bad TNA was, and you'd see, like, clips of how bad it was. And it just didn't, like, knowing what I know now, I think there was some really good stuff that was going on as well. I mean, you look at, like, some of the people they had, but just never appealed. Never really grabbed me, to be honest. Impact seems a lot better. Impact seems like it's doesn't have as bad a reputation. I think since they changed over to Impact, Impact seems to have gotten a better reputation than what TNA had. I think things like Jeff Hardy in that main event of Victory Road, and there was the Sharmell women's fight, and I think you had like a load of legends come in that were like stinking up the place. I just think there was a lot of stuff like that, and TNA just didn't get the best reputation. But I think if you watched it, there probably was some really good stuff that was going on, but it's just never part of my viewing. Did you ever want to get into commentary? I think you have a good voice to call wrestling. Not really. Do you know, growing up, I never really wanted to do anything in wrestling. I suppose, you know, if someone had asked me when I was a kid, do you want to be a wrestler? I would have been like, sure, yeah, let's give that a go. But I had no idea how would you even do that. Could you even do that in the UK? I didn't know where wrestling schools were. I mean, we've said before, kids are so lucky now. You just jump on Google, search wrestling schools. You'll find your nearest one in 2 seconds. For me, I mean, not a clue. Not a clue. And honestly, even if you went to a wrestling school, where are you going to go to? WWE's in America. So what are you going to do here in the UK? I don't even know what the independent scene was like in the early 90s. Not a clue. Because I know that World of Sport Wrestling had wrapped up by that point. Things like Progress weren't around. So what was the independent wrestling scene in the UK in the early 90s? Couldn't tell you. Not a clue. Not on my radar. Still don't know what it is or what it was. So being a wrestler or being in the wrestling business when I was a kid was just not under consideration. It was not an option. And, yeah, I mean, now you're so lucky. You just go on Google it, boom, you're in. You can see, like, if you're in the UK, go to Progress. If you go to Progress, there's a good chance that you'll get to NXT UK. If you get to NXT UK, you might be like Pippa Niven. You might become the next Doudrop. So, do you know what I mean? There is now a clear path in the UK as to how you could get to the main roster. But it blew my mind that the British Bulldog was around. How the flip did he get onto WWE? So, credit to him, you know. He did it. So, credit, but his path was pretty extreme. He moved to Canada. I think wrestled in Stampede with the Hart family. Ended up getting moved over when Brett went and a few others went down. So, little bit right place, right time for the Bulldogs. But, yeah, not a thing, unfortunately. Austin said, I'm the only Doudrop. What about a radio show? I would love a radio show. That would be fun, actually. I would love a radio show with call-ins and everything and just get to play music. Oh, my God. I mean, I'm probably in quite a good position to host a radio show because of the fact that we do streaming all the time, so I have no problem talking. Like, it's not filling time that would be my problem. It's not having enough time to fill. But like having worked in like music retail and for 15 years, yeah, that could be fun. But I mean, do you know, I'm a boomer now, guys. My time's been and gone. These for you out there. These are your dreams. You chase your dreams. Yeah, don't be like me, old and broken. Chase your dreams, guys. What the hell is a Doudrop? Was ICW not back in the 90s? I don't know when ICW started. That's in Scotland and was not on my radar. ICW, I wonder if it would tell me when it started. Insane Championship Wrestling started in 2006. So ICW was 06. I think Progress was later than that. You could play songs and talk wrestling. Brian Keane, NXT. Brian, shout out to you. Days, you're only 21. Well, but that's a boomer, mate. These days, you got to be 12 to get on the radio. You could go on I'm a Celebrity if I was a celebrity. How long have we got? 18 minutes to go. 18 minutes to go. What are the matches for NXT tonight? Cora Jade versus Dakota Kai. Von Wagner and Kyle O'Reilly taking on the Garda del Fantasma. We've got some other tag matches. Oh, it's all happening, mate. There's things happening. I want to get a toy hunt done. Days in the year 6969. It is my dream. I need to leave my home to follow my dreams. William, shout out to you. Please don't leave home tonight. Think it through. Do you think technology has hit its limit, or do you think there'll be more? Nah, there'll be way more. Way more. I mean, like, do you remember back in the day, someone, I can't remember who it was, but someone famously said that everything that was ever going to be invented had been invented. I mean, like, how would you ever be that narrow-minded? Do you know what I mean? How I don't think, we will never stop inventing. I don't think we will ever have invented everything that could be invented. I don't think there is an end to inventing everything that could ever be invented. So, no, I wouldn't even say we're 0.000 recurring infinity. One, like with the stuff we could invent as a species. Amin said, I can wait for SmackDown and Rampage. Oh, I can't wait for SmackDown and Rampage. Team CB, hope you're well. Blood, shout out to you. I don't know why I went there. Dave Chappelle, Britain's Got Talent. Yes, if I had a talent. It's not very good for my self-esteem. 16 minutes to go. And as we said, NXT 2.0 coming off the heels of Halloween Havoc. So it'll be very interesting to see what Bron Breakker's got to say. I think a lot of people thought Bron Breakker was going to become the new champ. I certainly thought there was a Good chance that he was going to, yes. But didn't go that way, did it? And Tommaso Ciampa retained. I'm waiting for genuine love to be invented, says Miss Clown. Oh. Can I tell you something? Yes. Tell it me. William said flying cars next. Yeah. I mean, we still haven't cracked the hoverboard, have we? So until we even get that, we're not even close. Eli Baker said, I just got the Rock and Stone Cold pop ring sets. Pop ring set? I didn't... What? Pop vinyl ring? I don't know about this. Pop vinyl WWE ring. Oh, I've not seen this. Is this new? I've not seen this. It's interesting. That's very interesting. I'm going to show you. I'm just trying to find a good picture. I haven't really got a good picture. I'll go with the only picture I can find, to be honest, but I don't know that it's doing it much justice. There it is. Stone Cold and The Rock and a ring. It's not a very big ring. £27 is how much it's retailing for. That's it in its box. It's pretty cool, isn't it? It's pretty cool. I don't mind that. That'd be cool if they did like different eras. Oh my god, if they do, are they going to do Hogan Andre? Are they going to do Hogan Andre in an old school red, white, and blue WrestleMania 3 ring? Oh my god, buying it. I'm buying it. I'm gonna buy something they haven't even made yet. It's a good idea, that is. I'd definitely take WrestleMania 3. Definitely take WrestleMania 3. Here we go. Look, these are Macho Man. Just having a look at some of the new things that are coming out. Jumbo-sized He-Man. Kylo Ren. Wally. Is there like a WWE segment? Or section or whatever? Is that the only ring they do? Product type. Oh my god. I mean, I'm on the Funko website. Can you imagine how many flipping Funkos they've made? We search WWE and we'll have a look and see what they've got. I hadn't seen that before. Mean Gene, Edge, Asuka. They've only got 14 products here. This must be like the latest ones. The Ring, 27. We've got the Street Profits. Jerry Lawler. Metallic Jerry Lawler. Oh, well, so they're making metal pops now. Rey Mysterio, Drew McIntyre. It's a bit underwhelming, isn't it? I thought there'd be more than that, to be honest. Hogan Warrior? They're not going to do that. Oh, why? Why aren't they going to do that? I would love... Yeah, Hogan Warrior would be good. Or Hogan Andre would be good. Old School would be awesome. Rock and Stone Cold in a ring. Funko Pop. I need it. Amin said Mandy Rose is the new NXT champ. Congrats to her. Chronic said, I went from Motic to Invade to Motix to Chronic Effect. It's funny how life is. I've never seen them before. I'd not heard of that before. No, that's cool. Miss Clown said it's been out for a while. Did the Yeti make a return? Sadly not. Pie, it did not. We were all very disappointed. I marked my score down by 20 points. Do you want to be a commentator for my next show? I'm all right, thank you. I get a lot of requests for stuff like that, and I barely get the time to do these shows. So, I mean, literally, we pretty much just went from 2 football matches into this one. And then tomorrow, we've got another football match in AEW. And I've had to move the Wrestling Escape Pod onto Thursday. So, time is not my friend. Chris said there are a lot more pops. There's an Andre pop. Yes, I think they're just the ones that are maybe in the current range. So, William said, I have a coin from Tops and it's got Randy on it. LSW, shout out to you. I hope you are well. How long we got? 10 minutes. 10 minutes to go. So we are... Ben, hello. I'm not watching NXT. I'm going to watch The Ring. But I wanted to drop by and say WWE starting to acknowledge The Rock's 25th anniversary. The Rock at Survivor Series. You're watching The Ring. What, the film The Ring? The one with the woman with the long hair? That one? Like the horror film? It's a good film, in all fairness. It's a good film. Days, as your hip popped out of place, that's when you know you're getting old. Not yet. That's the dream. I got the Roman exclusive, says Eli Baker. Days, will you cry if Thug Rose loses? Don't need to worry about it. She's not going to lose. Alex said, are you a fan of Hell's Kitchen? I liked Kitchen Nightmares, but it was basically just the same show each week. Goes in, tries food, it's awful. Talks to the chef. Chef's moody and in denial. Ramsey has a look at them doing a night. It goes wrong. He has a go at the owner. They might part ways with the chef. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they can turn it round. Then they do another night. It's better. It's a bit more enthusiasm. They redo the restaurant, and that's about it, really. And then he leaves, and then not long after they shut down. So that's pretty much Kitchen Nightmares. I probably prefer that over Hell's Kitchen. Jim said, I'm going to watch the greatest sci-fi movie ever, Your Hunter from the Future. I've never heard of that. Your Hunter from the Future. What the hell is Your Hunter from the Future? Hang on, we can do this. Your Hunter from the Future. I've never seen this. Wow. It's pretty out there. I've never seen this. Wow. I mean, did this come out this year? 19... I can't read that. 83. My God. There's a lot going on here, isn't there? So what? Cavemen? Dinosaurs? Aliens? There's a lot. I've never heard of this ever. That is pretty wild. I mean, it looks awful. There we go. That's what Jim Gore's enjoying. Not The Ring, just our ring. Thug Rose versus Zhang Weili is going to be awesome. I might cry if she loses. What matches are on tonight? Oh, many matches. Couple of tag matches. Dakota Kai versus Cora Jade. Gargano and Lumis versus Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes. I don't think there's anything massive. I don't think there's any like title matches, so I'll have to see. This is the week after Halloween Havoc, so they probably are going to have to rebuild again. Let's go Astros. Chris M said the best movie ever was Sharknado. It's such a classic, thrilling story, and the acting was A+. Days, have you seen The Wrath? No. Isn't there a Star Wars film that's... No, Star Trek that's something Wrath. Revenge of the Wrath or something. That's what my mind says. But I haven't seen the film The Wrath. Dave said, I smell a future movie watch-along. Jim said, Your Hunter is on Amazon Prime Video. There you go, guys. If you're all sat there going, how do I watch that? How do I watch that? It's on Amazon. If you've got Amazon Pride, can you watch it? Amazon Prime. 17% on Rotten Tomatoes. 17%. Flip. Are you hyped for the AEW game coming out? Not really. I don't know. I'm not that big of a wrestling gamer. I suppose the AEW one has got real potential to be one of the best in recent years. Maybe it'll come out. It'll get big reviews. It'll be seen as a classic. Loads of people will be raving about it. If there's loads of hype, it'll get me. Anything that's got loads of hype around it, I'm there. But the thing is that there hasn't been like loads of hype around it, because obviously we don't know much about it. So, and it's not out yet. I don't think they've released loads of information, or certainly I've not seen loads. So, yeah, we'll you know, am I hyped for it? Not yet. Not yet. But once it gets closer and people start talking about it, and you know, I could get there. The Wrath with the black car. No, I don't know that. I don't know that. I know, is it Duel? Early Steven Spielberg film, I think, that's got the black truck that like stalks people. I don't know The Wrath. The Wrath is a Charlie Sheen movie. No, this is not ringing any bells. Have you seen the movie? Have you seen the movie Venom? No. I think you guys have got me confused with someone that watches films when that is not me. I am more of a TV person. I have seen Squid Game, yes. Justin, shout out to you. Amin said, did you watch Squid Game? I did. Yeah, I thought it was very good. Austin said Barbie's Playhouse is the greatest movie of all time. It's The Wraith. The Wraith. Look it up. What? The Wraith. W-R-A-I-T-H. The Wraith. 1986 sci-fi. It's on Amazon Prime. 36% on Rotten Tomatoes. Wraith movie. Is it that one? Wraith car chase scene. I've never seen this before. That's it there. His spirit returns for revenge. It's a nice looking car. Fair play, it's a nice looking car. 1986, that one. The Wraith. So there we go. Star Trek 2 was The Wrath of Khan. See, called it. Days is a massive stan of all superhero movies. That is true. Austin said, I don't know any of these movies that people are talking about. What did Sharknado get on Rotten Tomatoes? Well, we can have a look because we've got 2 minutes till NXT. Sharknado got, here we go. I can't find it. What did it get? Rotten Tomatoes. It got 74%. It did all right, you know. Did all right. 74%. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Ricky said, enjoy NXT, everyone. I'm a bit too tired to watch it. I think one of the guys from Impractical Jokers was in Sharknado. Was he the shark? Days, have you ever seen Christine? It's about a car with no one in it and it kills people. It's a red car. I have not seen that, no. Wolves, Awi, do you watch Football Days? He's good. I like him. He's good. I'm not sure if he watches Wrestling Days, but that is a sick channel, man. I like his graphics. Kurt Angle is in one of the Sharknado films. Have you watched the Chucky movies? I've seen the movies, but I haven't seen the TV show. Yes, he was the Shark. Ha 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 ha. Have you ever seen Knight Rider? Yes. It's a car that does a lot of stuff like shooting. You guys love cars, don't you? That's what I've learned. Cars are over with this community. Right, we are about to go over to the show. Here we go. Would you prefer to eat a ham, beetroot, and James sandwich or a chocolate potato cake? I don't even know what either of them are. Have you seen Knight Rider? I have seen Knight Rider. Here we go. NXT 2.0. Let's see what they can do this week for us. Give us some good stuff. Give us that good stuff. Boy said it's time. I like my sports like my women. Fake. Let him in. Shout out to you. Here we go. All right, we're starting with Toxic Attraction. Oh, is it Toxic Attraction we're starting with or Mandy Rose? Mandy. Oh, no, Mandy. The dominance of Toxic Attraction is like the dominance of the bloodline on SmackDown. Finally, the naysayers have been shut up for good. Toxic smoking Mandy, said Erase Your Mind. I'm gonna puke. I'm gonna puke. All right. Mandy Rose in the ring. She's got her championship in her hands. And are we going to see the other members of Toxic Attraction? Thumbs down. People aren't feeling it. Oh, they're saying that part of the crowd are chanting for the men. The men in the crowd are going, Mandy, Mandy. You can see other people in the background going, Ugh. That was a very male Mandy chant, wasn't it? Mandy, Mandy, Mandy. Damn, it feels good. She does nothing for me. Nothing for me at all. You deserve it. No, you don't. Deserve it. You deserve it. No, you don't. You deserve it. I told you all week after week after week that I would be champ. You're just a hater, says the boy. Amin said, congratulations, Mandy. You're the best wrestler. You're the best. I should have a simp section at NXT. Hi, welcome to NXT. Are you a simp? Just sit over here. Mandy, Mandy, Mandy. One guy is wearing an All Elite Bay shirt, is he? Surprised they've allowed it. Oh, yeah? This belt looks better than me than anyone that's ever wore it before. I don't mind Mandy as the champ, says Liv and Zelina Stan. Where's the bonbons? We had a hell of a Halloween Havoc. Mandy says, damn, I'm hot. Where are my ladies? Where are you, ladies? The ladies are in the locker room. Beating up on Zoe Stark. Okay, so Zoe Stark is down in the locker room. There's not a woman, tag team, group, or faction that's going to stop them. Here's EO. Worst faction of the year, Toxic Attraction. EO's here. I want the leader of Toxic Attraction, says EO. I want you right here, right now. Everyone back there used to be scared of you, but honey, you're in my world now. Right, she clobbers EO with the microphone. Mandy as champ is going to be annoying, says Brony. Please don't let EO lose to Mandy. Going Go said Cameron Grimes and Mandy should have an in-ring romance. He could take her to the moon. To the moon. He's on Duke Hudson's casino thing or whatever. Poker room, that's it. I don't think this is a Mandy that would entertain being in a relationship with Cameron Grimes. This ain't that. She's saying honey a lot, isn't she? You will never look like... I don't think she wants to. You will never look like me. Strikes by EO. EO with a German to Mandy. Mandy is back in the corner. EO with double knees. EO going over to the corner. Here's Toxic Attraction, Gigi, and JC Jane. Toxic Attraction say, we the ones. These are the type of people in the world. Those can count and those who can't count. Strikes coming in by Mandy. They're all teaming up on EO. Poor EO. Here's Kayden Carter. Kacy Catanzaro. Didn't expect them. Kayden Carter and Kacy Catanzaro getting involved. There we go. So, is that going to lead to a 6-woman? When Mandy is on, it's always 50-50 on a nip slip. I like Toxic Attraction, but they will never, and I mean never, be the Bloodline. A guy in the front row is wearing an AEW shirt. Yeah. Douche. I'd call him a douche to his face as well if I was there. Like, you're just an attention-seeking douche. Why are you wearing an AEW shirt at NXT? Is there no wrestlers in NXT that you could show support to? Douche. LSW said toxic attractions suck. I do not have heel heat for them. I have go away heat. I do not care about them. I am sorry. Lol. Don't have to apologise. I think they suck as well. Dexter Lumis and Johnny Gargano are taking on Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. Bout it. Right, backstage with Toxic Attraction. Who have they come across? Dakota. I didn't do it to help you. I did it to end Raquel. Well, this isn't a new Dakota. She looks the same. She's doing the same poses as well. It's just Dakota. I thought that they would do like a reinvention because they were saying like the old me is dead. It's time for me to move on. I thought there was going to be something, but it's just Dakota. It was just a way of bringing Dakota back, wasn't it? Dakota should have tried going after the title instead of costing her. I swear, if Cora beats Dakota, I will cry. Right. It is the same old Dakota, yeah. Right. Dakota Kai versus Cora Jade. Boom. We're 12 minutes in. And we're going to our first match. What's popping? Connor, shout out to you. Houston said NXT 2.0 is all about the ladies. So Bobby Lashley is always watching. Here comes Dakota Kai versus Cora Jade. I need to take 5. I will be right back. She can't even reinvent herself right. Dakota should have tried going after the title. Can't do Wheel of Fun. Dakota is winning for sure. Kai versus Jade. Days, write it down. Boom, done. Paramount Pictures will make a film called Frozen Days. It's about wrestling days. Yeah, it's about time. I enjoy sniffing umbrellas, says Miss Clown One. Amazing. Theme for Dakota. A new theme for Dakota. I can't even remember. Honestly, she had an amazing theme when she was a face. I can't even remember what her theme was as a heel. She used to walk out a lot with Raquel. So I couldn't even tell you if it was a new theme. I think Roman versus Drew is going to happen very soon, says Amin. Right, we are at commercial break. I just want to see Zion Quinn. Has he resonated with you, Austin? I like Dakota's. I love Dakota's face theme. Her face theme was awesome. I've said before on an episode of the Wrestling Escape Pod, it's one of my favourite ever themes. It's just like this dancey thing. It's like this dance track that's got like, it's good. It's got a lovely like feel to it. It's an acquired like taste. Some people would listen to it and go, nah, not for me. But I really like it. Yay! You said the name right. Easy. If at first you don't succeed, try for about 40 weeks and you'll get there. Here's the poker room. There's Duke Hudson. Some guy. He's leaving. Here's Cameron Grimes. Hmm. 500, no problem. Okay. Okay. Cameron Grimes said he gets flustered when there's pretty ladies around. Okay. The Walking Dead comes back in February. Yes. Okay, so we're watching To Be Continued. Yeah, I think Dakota's face says it all. We just went to Dakota and Dakota was like... There we go. Wow, that was the thing that happened. Duke Hudson, Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes. To the moon. Right, last week, here's Cora Jade. She's got fans. Smiley young girl. I don't know how old she is, but she's apparently the youngest person on the roster. Cora Jade makes her way down. She's got a little skateboard. She's going to get smashed here. The child is here. We could talk Walking Dead if movies don't work. I am now up to date, says Dave. There might be people that haven't seen it. I wouldn't want to ruin it. Clothesline by Dakota. Cora Jade is 21. Oh, that's not that young. How old's Tyler Bate? Tyler Bate's probably about, what, 22 now or something. Snap down. Headlock by Dakota. Roman is going to retain against Drew. I like Cora Jade's theme, says Taboy. Cora's going to kill you, Chance. Cora's going to kill you. Against ropes goes Dakota. Clothesline by Cora Jade. Back elbow. Duck underneath against the ropes. Nice. Charging over. Big knee strike. Nice. One. Just one count. Roll through. Yeah. 1, 2. Right, she's got double underhooks. She's got... I don't quite know what that was. I don't know who got the worst of that. I think Dakota just did a move where she just hurled, like, Cora Jade down, but I don't know the selling was that great from Cora Jade. It was hard. They were both down, and it was like, who got the worst of that there? Dakota grabbing Cora Jade, picking her up on her shoulders. Roll through, though, by referee saying the shoulders weren't down, so she wouldn't count it. Oh, this is botchy. I don't like this at all. Like two fish out of water. Big boot by Dakota Kai. Cora Jade goes down. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Yeah, that whole part in the middle was a bit like... Ugh. Right, well, that's a match. That happened. Botch. This is Botch, he says to Boy. Cora Jade on the outside of the ring. I think they've tried to do something there, and it's been a bit too adventurous for them. Maybe a bit too adventurous with a girl that's only had a couple of matches. Cora Jade's being dragged by her hair. She gets slammed face first down. Days, I am sad, says Edward. Why are you sad, Edward? This is a new side to Dakota. Are they chanting welcome back? Dakota getting a table. Well, surely Trey Baxter will stop this. Oh, he's going to struggle to stop it if she's going to jump onto it. Dakota's having a little... Just having a thought. Where is Trey Baxter? I mean, he'll be watching this backstage. And they're in a relationship. Trey Baxter? What's up with Dakota? I don't know what she's thinking about. She didn't do it. She's put a table on top of Cora Jade's face, and it looked like she was about to jump onto it. I don't know what's happening. What's Dakota doing? She's like... Well, that was all underwhelming. Raquel must have missed her. She, the end result is she puts the skateboard on top of her and walks away. This is Dragon. Is it going to be a face turn? What was the point in that, says to Boy. 1987 Big Fan said, no one can restrain Dakota. That's a laugh. She's confused, says Serge. She wimped out, said Mike. Wimp. Split personality. Oh, she's going full on Damian Priest. That was weird. WTF? That was a bit dumb. Days, Drew is going to kill Roman this time. Shoot me. No, my client hurts that I cannot pay it, says Edwards. Don't worry about it, Edward. Salvador said, what is going on? What is going on? So she put the table on top of Cora Jade. Looks like she was going to jump off the edge of the ring on top of it. She then had second thoughts, grabbed the skateboard. Looked like she was going to whack her with it. In the end, she just puts it on her stomach and walks away. But she did keep going like... I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Oh, is this tribute to the troops? Tribute to the troops. Oh, so it is on BT. So when is this? Tribute to the troops, Sunday, November 14th on Fox. Well, is that on BT? I'll be down for watching that. Why not? Samsung, shout out to you. I don't think Drew will kill Roman, but he might accidentally hit him in the nipples with his sword. Oh. Edward said, I love the streams. I don't want to be on member streams one day, and I don't want to miss a thing, even when I dream of you. Sweetest dream will never do. I still miss you, babe, and I don't wanna miss a thing. You've gone full on Aerosmith. Moldy said, can Dakota be renamed Twitchy McGee? Yes. It's a bit strange, but what a horrific attack by Dakota. Will Cora Jade recover? Can they coexist? Can they coexist? I feel sorry for Dakota. So she misses out on the main roster for this rubbish. Are you going to do a watch long tribute to the truth? I don't know. It depends if it's on in the UK. It might not be shown here. I don't know. If it's shown, yes. If it's not shown, probably not. Fun fact: Brony loves Alexa. He loves Toxic Attraction. Yeah, I want to go big. Are you going to be live for AEW tomorrow? Yes. And it could be very interesting. Because Wyndham's free. Morning days from New Zealand. 685 Blood. Shout out to you. Rashawn. Shout out to you. Fun fact. Liv and Zelina Stan hates Liv and Zelina. Oh. That is interesting. I agree. Something gets Pat. I should also. It looks like I should have stayed on break. In all seriousness, I miss you guys. Minty Ice. Minty Ice. 2734 shouts you. Days, Cora Jade is my wife. Oh, well. Got away with it there, then. You almost had an ugly wife. Brony said, no, I don't like them. Oh, we've got conflicting reports. Fun fact, Liv Morgan is the next Raw Women's Champion. Samult said, if they are planning to give Dakota a main roster send-off, she needs to beat Raquel to give her momentum. I don't think it would go that way. I think she would lose. I don't think you tend to get momentum from NXT to the main roster. I think, if anything, you tend to give back to NXT before you leave for the main roster. The main roster is kind of seen as a brand new start. Hence, kinky. Right, we're seeing... what's this? We're seeing around Florida. Oh, here's MSK. Joaquin said, what's the most overrated WWE match? Overrated WWE match. Overrated. Overrated. I don't know. A lot of matches that are rated deserve it. That's good fun for the community. What do you think's most overrated? What's this? We've got MSK. I do like the fact we're doing more with the wrestlers away from the arena. I just wish it was good. There's a bus. Okay, so they were chatting about the meaning behind MSK. A bus came, they missed it. Has that done it? Has that helped? Has that done any? Has that achieved anything? Who's this? Ah, here he is, Austin. Exion Quinn is here, Austin. Dave, just because I ate all the donuts the other day, you ignore me now. Well, you could have saved me one. MSK lost their titles, and now they've got to ride the bus. What just happened? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. Right. Oh, hello. He's in there with Robert Stone. So he's in with Robert Stone. Everyone's jealous of Robert Stone. It's because I can do anything. I'm going to out-sing you. Did he say I'm going to out-sing? I do like it. I don't know why. I mean, like, he's dancing around and he's trying to sing along to the song. I don't know why, but I found that entertaining. Oh, I don't know why. Guilty pleasure. Robert Stone's a guilty pleasure. You suck. I don't know if you heard that. But people loved that performance. No, don't have Zion Quinn do it. Don't have Zion Quinn do it. Zion Quinn should just punch him in the face. I'm going to be honest. That means you're a chicken on the stick. You're a chicken on the stick. Kick his ass. Kick his ass. Look at Robert Stone, man. Look at the work that he is putting in. Look at it. Oh, hello. He's doing it to Shawn Michaels. I don't know what I'm watching now. I don't know what this has become. He's got some nice moves, though. Span. Sexy boy. Boy. Boy toy. Boy toy. Just a sexy boy. Sexy boy. Boy toy. I don't know what this segment is. He's took his tie off. Oh, Dirty Dancing lift slapped by, well, Robert Stone is a whole mood. I'm gonna put that out there. Bella sounded. What is this? Derek said, I haven't watched NXT in about 18 months and it's complete garbage. I'm 40-year wrestling fan. This is embarrassing. Vince has ruined this. Cornette was 100% right. I've died and gone to cringe heaven. That's what this is. Cringe heaven, that segment was. Robert Stone is funny. I like Robert Stone. I don't know that I needed Zion Quinn doing Shawn Michaels. But Robert Stone can get away with it because his character's always been that way. In a way, he's kind of like NXT's Nakazawa. Roman and the Usos said that we the ones. Zion is the man. That is going to split opinion. That segment will split opinion, and I totally understand why it would. I like the Robert Stone part of that. Robert Stone put in a lot of work there. He was like really animated, really into it. Joe Gacy. I'd say it's the most interesting thing that's happened on the show so far. That was definitely better than Hit Row. That was flipping awesome. Austin said, I love that. The NXT score has just gone up. Brony said, that was entertaining, so I don't mind it. Edward said, I love it. Moldy said, how am I meant to take Zion seriously? Zion wins. Well, he did just win. Had he have then lost to Robert Stone? You alienate the man without giving him a chance. That stops now. Oh, do you see that? He's got the whole world in his hands. We will change the world together. Here she is. Here she is. That's something I could work with. Oh. I've got that side. I mean, I was literally just doing stuff as well. I don't know if she's like watched the stream, but like I've got that side to me. Call me. If you are watching Elektra Lopez, yeah? Just saying. I think his looks might have played a part as well. But that aside, do you know what I mean? Days heartbroken. Actually, more optimistic, believe it or not. If she likes people that are willing to put in that kind of work, I'm right here. What is the plan for Gacy and Bordeaux? I don't know. Perhaps he's just going to keep stroking his face and Bordeaux will run away. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Edward says Jobber Lopez. Jeremy said she's hot. It'll be okay, Days. We've got your back. I'm enjoying NXT. Raw was decent. SmackDown could be legendary. Are you watching, Chucky? Remember you sang Sexy Boy in a boring voice. Remember that time you sang Sexy Boy in a boring voice? I can't say I do, but I definitely believe I did. Am I watching Chucky? I'm not. I don't know if it's shown here in the UK. I don't know where to find it. Where is Santos? I don't know. I don't care. We're 38 minutes in. No way it's only been 37 minutes. The show feels long, said Houston. Have you watched the new Chucky show? It's amazing. I don't know where it is in the UK. Zoom Station said you need to send her bonbons. That'll do it. That'll do it, won't it? Send her some strawberry bonbons. The Robert Stone segment is going to do wonders on YouTube. I really hope we get Roman on Friday. SmackDown is going to be in Birmingham this week. I can't wait, says Amin. Don't tell Days. Let him find out for himself. What is it? Isn't Lopez a man? Ha 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 ha. Don't care. He's fit. If it is a guy, he's fit. If you're not a fan of Zion Quinn, after that, there's no hope. WrestleMania 2 is the only WrestleMania to air on a Monday, says Alex. Watch Elektra be out because she's pregnant in a few weeks' time. No, it isn't. SmackDown will be in America. No, they mean like the SmackDown tour. You can brush my hair and dress me everywhere. Life is your creation. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Oh, I'm really pleased that we've got to the point where we're putting Barbie girl lyrics in the stream. I wish NXT 2.0 was more focused on wrestling and not comedy and sexy women. However, I don't mind comedy sometimes. Let's go down to Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Oh, won't you please take me home? Chill, Days. Chill? Whoa. Chill. Oh, do you think they'll do Elektra Lopez kiss cards? I need one of them. Days, I'm so behind. When I heard Elektra Lopez was coming on I was like, show me. I wish I could. Just imagine an angel. That's what it was like. Right, this is not Dakota Kai and Cora Jade. The stream is lying to you all. It's very quickly gone to O'Reilly. We must be running low of time a little bit. O'Reilly and Von Wagner taking on Legado del Fantasma. Is Lady... Oh, she's there. Lady Taker's at ringside. She hasn't got a big Lady Taker hat on. Days is a liar, liar, pants on fire. This NXT 2.0 is not great, says Kevin. Right, we've got shoulder tackle, kip up, over the top. Kyle looking to go for an armbar. And goes over to the ropes. Kyle back up to his feet. Kyle tags in Von Wagner. Boom. Von Wagner's in. Chucking around, is it Mendoza? Back elbow. Big chop. He's big, isn't he, Von Wagner? He is big. I think he could have a better name than Von Wagner. Roll through. Catches, oof. Wow. Chucks him across the ring. I don't lie and tell the truth. Nothing but the truth. Wagner comes crashing down. On Mendoza, and now we've got O'Reilly in there. So we have got some, like, wrestling underway. O'Reilly throwing in some of these. I wonder if they are looking at making these to a proper tag team now. Do you think this is what the future's going to be? Really not feeling NXT these past few weeks. Rumours are there will be another NXT takeover before the end of the year. What's your thoughts on that? That'll be good. Yeah. We are due, aren't we due War Games? That tends to be right at the end of the year, I think. So, yeah, I don't know if it'll be that. But, yeah, I'm down for seeing another takeover before the end of the year. Still got a couple of months left, haven't we? So... I'm still waiting on when Volta will debut. Kicks coming in. Big strikes. What did the duck say when it brought lipstick? Put it on my bill. Nice. Brony, shout out to you. If Von and O'Reilly are the future, then O'Reilly will go to AEW. Yeah, I think he should anyway. I don't think they'd use him very well on the main roster. I don't think Vince has got any plans to use O'Reilly on the main roster. Days, I'm dropping a mini doc on the worst wrestling company ever. Found footage of Arctic Wrestling, says Wrestling Info. Sounds interesting. We are having Diwali season in India. I want to burst firecrackers, but the government has banned them. Wild. John, did you see that Zion segment? What are your thoughts? John, please share your thoughts about the Zion segment. Austin is desperate. What? He's even shouting. What did you think? So, John, we are all now waiting. Wrestling versus roller derby, says Bill. Right, we are at commercial break. We're 45 minutes into the show. I think the most interesting thing that's happened has been that segment with Robert Stone. I can't say there's been anything else that's really grabbed me so far. And even that segment, I think, has split opinion. But we'll get people's thoughts in about 15 minutes. Do you think that WWE NXT sign Raw superstars? Do I think NXT sign Raw superstars? I don't think so. There might be the odd person that does go back down, but... John said, it was just all right, Austin. Stop simping for Zion. Days, fun fact, WrestleMania 2 is the only to air on a Monday. Brony said, Roman isn't on SmackDown this week. Brony said the opening was flat. Opening was flat. What do you call two monkeys that share an Amazon account? Prime mates. That's nice. That's good. Well done. I like that one. Right, we are still underway with O'Reilly and Von Wagner. We do still have Johnny and Dexter taking on Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes. We are still going to hear from Tommaso Ciampa as well. So we've still got that coming up. William said, I want Days to be a snob. Like everything is rubbish. And he wears those sweet English hats with flowers on. I think they're bonnets. I think that's what they are. Not bonquets or whatever that is. Bouquets. That's a bouquet of flowers is like where you've got loads of flowers. That's not what a hat. I think you mean a bonnet. Your dream is to see me in a little bonnet with flowers on. I'm not surprised, in all honesty, William. I'm not surprised. I actually thought it'd be a lot darker than that. Days, could you be happy living in the country? It depends what kind of person you are. If you're the kind of person that just loves being on your own, loves the walks, countryside, fresh air, all that, and you don't need people, then yes. I need the occasional night out. I am someone that likes to go out with friends, have a good night out. Do you know what I mean? Not often, not every week, but a few times a year. I'd do that. So I can do it. I mean, it's great for streaming. It's great for streaming and just being away from everyone. But yeah, be nice to go out for a night in Birmingham. I had some crazy nights in Birmingham. Absolutely crazy nights. One of my favourite nights in Birmingham was I was at a gig with a friend, and we went to see this band called the Brian Jonestown Massacre, and they're like an indie band from America. They were in a documentary called Dig with the Dandy Warhols, and anyway, we went to see them. They were playing in Birmingham, in the centre of Birmingham. As soon as they finished their set, they walked straight past the crowd and went out the front. And my mate was like, the band's just gone out the front. Do you want to just see if we can have a quick word with them? I was like, yeah, all right. So we went outside, and the lead singer was there. He was lighting up a cigarette. And he was like, all right, lads, is there anywhere to go for a beer around here? And we were like, well, yeah, there's a pub just down the road. Do you want us to like take you there? And he was like, yeah. So we ended up going down the road. We spent the whole night with the band. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. So that was just like an incredible night out in Birmingham with me and my mate. So you just get like weird things like that happens, you know. But you don't get that in the countryside. I've never had the Brian Jonestown massacre come around here. And do you know what I mean? Have some Tenzing. This match is all right. SmackDown in Birmingham is going to be insane, says Amin. Who is your early prediction for the men's and women's Rumble? Bit too early to say in it, but Liv looks like a shout. And maybe Bearcat or Kinky Cross. Von Wagner gets tagged in. Clothesline. Down goes Legado over the top rope. Against the ropes goes Whacking Wild. Von Wagner plants him. 1, 2, kick out. Days, do you think WWE will sign Ring of Honor stars? There might be some that they're interested in. I don't know how many. I don't know what their budget's like. I don't know. Again, it's going to have to be okayed by Vince. Vince wants a certain look, and you know, are there many big guys in Ring of Honor? Because I think you need to be a big guy. I think Vince has got to like the look of them. Mendoza making the save. Why did the Hedgehog cross the road to see his flatmate? Cool story. Have you ever been chopped or had a physical interaction with a wrestler? No. I've been chopped and it sucks, says Minty Ice. Ooh. Von Wagner just gets pinned. Wild pins Von Wagner. Legado del Fantasma have won. So there we go. It's down to their lucky charm of Elektra Lopez. So Wagner went against the ropes. Oh, he just gets caught and rolled up. It's just a stupid roll up. Nothing even happens. He just gets rolled up. Right, we've got Kyle O'Reilly looking very disappointed in the ring. Von Wagner very disappointed. Right, here's Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. Danhausen is on AEW's radar, as are many others. Jobber Kyle lost, said Liv and Zelina Stan. Just have to say, I don't look as bad as I think I do in the mirror. Like, I am not hot, but I am not saggy and flabby. My head looks weird, so I had to do neck photo. Did you have to say this, William? Did you want to get that out there? I've spoke to William. I think William's a very attractive gentleman. Bout it, says Justin. JDE said, why did the Hedgehog cross the road? To see his flatmate. We've got Andre Chase here. Andre Chase is fired up. We're going to commercial break. Has this first hour been very flat, or is it just me? No, it's been very flat. I genuinely think the only thing that's been of interest that's made me go, is that moment that will have split opinion with Robert Stone. More Zion Quinn, please. I was hoping Chase would be a zombie by now, said Brad. Joseph says, A poop W. A poop dub. A poop dub. A poop dub. WWE could sign Shane Taylor, promotion guys, in Ring of Honor. Days likes his women like his eggs over easy. I think Dakota becomes NXT Women's Champ, says Patricia William. And I was not immediately horrified. Shout out to you. Justin said, bring the Uso out. What, is it Solo Sikoa? We should be seeing him. Yeah, we should be seeing him. We are waiting for going over to the second half. It has been flat. It has been flat. Hey there, sexy man. And I looked to see if it really was me, says William. Elvis left the building in an ambulance. Right, commercial break. And, yeah, come on. The second hour's... It's got to be better than the first. It's got to be better. What's orange and sounds like a parrot? A carrot. Nice. Did someone call Andre Chase a coward? Well, he's fired up. He's fired up. He's going out to the ring. Andre Chase is over with people. People seem to be into him. I'm not sure, but people seem to be into him. Andre Chase up next on NXT, says Boomers TV. Let him in, says William. You are beautiful. What about AEW sign Ring of Honor? EC3, Mike Bennett, Maria Bennett. I think AEW signed them. I don't know if they need them. To be honest, I really don't know what they need them. Elektra Lopez was on the first hour and he said the show's been flat. Fake fan. Yeah, because she didn't do anything. She wasn't wrestling. There wasn't enough of her. There wasn't enough for her to raise that first hour. Don't forget, look at what you got from Zion Quinn. You had him dancing, taking his tie off. He was singing and dancing. I only got a glimpse of Elektra Lopez. I'm going to head to bed. I've got work. Other mother, shout out to you. What matches are on AEW tomorrow? Things. Matches. Someone's taking on someone. What do you mean it has to be better than the first? The Zion Quinn segment was perfect. There wasn't much else though, was there? Do those hats come in packs of 20 for $1? No. They're all individually hand-selected. Right, we're going back to the poker room. Here we've got Duke Hudson and Cameron Grimes. Duke Hudson said he's not even paying attention. Let's play. Right. Okay, I think Cameron Grimes is doing all right. Let's play some cards. So it's getting down head-to-head between Duke Hudson and Cameron Grimes. All right, we've got two ladies and... Okay, well, that lady leaves the table. We're down to 3. This is so intense. Yeah. Zion came to the ring and done the hacker like a serious character, then dances to Sexy Boy and strips off. It's rubbish, in my opinion. Here's Andre Chase. Andre Chase. Who's he facing? I don't know what's happening. Chase in the ring. Lashing out with Lash Legend and special guest Tony. Oh, we do still have that. You're right. You're right. Okay, here's Andre Chase. Oh, he goes to talk and it doesn't work. Doesn't work again. Oh. Get me a microphone that works. Is that planned? Could get away with it with Andre Chase. I don't think that was planned. There's people on social media calling me a coward. Oh, I forgot about that haunted house. A coward. Mm-mm. We've got a teachable moment. Yay! That'll get over. I'm down for teachable moments. Okay. Andre Chase fears nothing. Yeah. Oh, there's a student section. So there's some students in the crowd. If there's anyone in the back that wants a PhD in getting their ass kicked. Teachable moment, guys. Teachable moment. I don't know who this is. Oh, it's Bron. Bron Breakker. Should have known from the siren, shouldn't I? Bron Breakker. Wish me luck. I've got my math final tonight. Complex analysis. Gaming in real time. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. Luck has been sent. Andre Chase is amazing. Bron Breakker. The Steiner that isn't a Steiner is here. Wow, I'm guessing this is going to be a straightforward win for Bron Breakker. Belly to belly. Hurls him over his head. Clothesline and Andre Chase spills to the outside. Oh, look, there's someone on the floor, like, trying to scramble around and grab things. There's someone on the floor at ringside that was trying to pick up some of the Andre Chase, I don't know, things. Bits of paper on the floor. I don't think we were meant to see them. Kick by Andre Chase. Chop coming in. Who's your favourite WWE superstar? Well, probably at the moment, maybe Roman. I do like Volta. He's trying to throw some knees into the midsection. Bron Breakker should be the one to dethrone the Tribal Chief, says KFC Bruyan. JDE said Andre Chase is my hero. Bron feels like a big deal after that match with Ciampa, says Brony. He definitely feels bigger. Yes, I agree. He definitely feels bigger. Straps coming down. He picks up. And there's real energy in the room as well. I think that helps. So the fact Bron came out and there was like a big reaction is like over with the crowd. Yeah, I mean, look, there's people on their feet and people really into him. That is helping. Bron Breakker gets the win. They said that Rampage is going to be at St. Louis. What is it? What is what? St. Louis is a place. St. Louis. Is it St. Louis? Steiner wins. Cesaro versus Volta happening at UK. Yeah. BBE. My favourite is Stone Cold. That was fast. Who's your all-time favourite tag team? Bushwhackers. I did like the Bushwhackers. They're funny, man. Probably LOD, though. And the Road Warriors. All right, Bron's getting a chance to talk here. It's only fair that I say that Tommaso Ciampa is the man in NXT. But... Oh. Tommaso. I will get another shot for the NXT Championship. Otherwise, I will die trying. Okay. He says he will get another opportunity. He will win it or he'll die trying. Backstage with Imperium. He wants another shot. What's it like to hold championship gold again? After our outstanding performances and the pathetic performances of NSK, we are a 2-time NXT Tag Team Champions. No one can keep up with us. We are built different. We don't compromise with American ideals. Here's Toxic Attraction. What are you doing here? You guys should watch us. Don't bother. Don't bother. You ain't going to learn anything from them. Don't worry. Why are they having Imperium checking out Toxic Attraction? Jeez, honestly, if Vince gets his hands on Volta, it's game over. If Vince gets his hands on Volta, he'll have him drooling over Mandy Rose. Don't need that. The Usos is my favourite tag team right now, says Amin. All hail Imperium. Simpium. That's what they might as well be known as. The ring is sacred, but America has its advantages. Tony coming up. Tony's coming up. That'll be good. Get Toxic Attraction away from Imperium. Toxic Attraction are garbage. That was dumb. The son of the brother of Big Papa Pump is going to main event WrestleMania in at least 3 years. Matthew said, I guess Stone Cold is going to host both nights of WrestleMania. Vince has killed NXT. NXT is so bad. It is such a shame. Vince McJoke said toxic trash. Nick said, at WrestleMania 34, a match for the Raw Tag Team titles was Braun and a kid for his partner. Why did he pick him? He should have called Joey Abs as his partner. Well, I think he just picked a random kid. I think kayfabe, he picked a kid because he didn't need a partner. He didn't want one. He thought he could beat the bar on his own. So he didn't feel like he needed a kid or didn't need a partner. So he picked him and he was like, just stand on the edge of the ring. I don't even need you. So that was the reasoning. He wasn't looking for someone that could actually do anything. He didn't. That was the whole point, really. He didn't need a partner. But that was the referee's son in real life. So, which I think everyone knows. But apparently, you can't use beef stew as a password. It's not Stroganoff. Halftime scores. Halftime scores. Get in your halftime scores. What did you think of the show so far with your halftime scores? Halftime scores. Max says 5. Brony says 6. See you later, Dave. 5 says Trey. 7 says let him in. 7 says Austin. 6 says Brony. 7 said Justin. 6 says Brad. 4 says Moldy. 7 says Alexa Bliss Gamer. Sonny with a 6. Dylan with a 7. Felix, hello. Robin with a 7. Deutschland via Baden with a 3. Brony with a 6. Harley with a cringe. Nelson with a 6. Austin with a 7. Daniel with a 6.5. BBE Wooski with a 9 out of 18. Moldy with a 4. Brendan with a 9.7. 1987 big fan with a 4. Brony with a 6. Joseph with an 8. Matthew with a 5. KFC Brunion said, I like NXT. It's not trash. It is entertaining. At least it's not boring. Like the past few weeks. Work rate means nothing without entertaining, by the way. 9. 9! Adam with a 7. Boomers with a 7.75. KFC Brunion with a 9. 1987 big fan with a 4. Jack says, can't wait for Wyndham Rotundum to speak. LSW with a 5. JDE with a 5. Tiger Matt with a 5. Zion raised the score up. I mean, good night. Minty Ice with an 8. Erasure Mine with a 6.75. Legend Killer with a 6. 6. Rashawn with a 7. Rai with a 6. KFC Brunion with a 9. Zoom Station with a 5. Legend Killer with a 6. Vincent the Great with a 6. Robin813 with a 7. Bill said 6.5, which is ironically Days' shoe size. Brony with a 6. Legend Killer with a 6. Lots of 6s. Here we go. Lashing out with Lash Legends. Lashing out with Lash Legends. Let's get into the costumes. Brad Pitt. Really? Icky Manjiro, he's my hero. Is that a thing that would get over? Icky Manjiro, he's my hero. Such an amazing show, this. It's like a little talk show that has no content in it whatsoever. Although we do have something now. Hey! Hey, Tony! Tony's here. Yeah. Yeah. Mark has disappeared. I don't understand. Oh. Mark's here. Oh, hey, Mark's here. Come on, Mark. Come on, Mark. Take a seat. There's Mark. Yeah, say hi to everyone, Mark. Mark's looking really intimidated, sitting next to Tony. He's got his arm in a sling as well. Say hi. Say hi to your boys. Hey, boys. There you go. It's all cleared up. Nothing happened. I love that guy. Hey, I love that guy. I went down to the meat market with him. He's talking about people he wants to beat up. Tony is a nice man. It's true. Gonna get yourself something nice. Hey, I want you to go get yourself something nice, yeah? Why are teddy bears never hungry? Because they're always stuffed. The poker game adds nothing to the show for me. No. Tony is the next Godfather-like movie. What are they wearing? It looks like the commentary team are still in Halloween mode. Wale is... that was a good segment for Tony. Tony is so good. Tony is awesome, says Let Him In. Right, what we got now? Solo, Sikoa, the Lost Deuce. Solo, Sikoa. Solo! Motel is free. That helps people like me. It helps homeless people. That get you an OSP. Okay. Okay, well, I hope it all works out, Sonny. That's good. At least there's a plan. The Glock Ness Munster said that was awesome. The third Oos. Right, Solo Sikoa in the ring right now. We've got 45 minutes to go. Oh, he looks like an Oos. He's got such an Oos face. Definitely feel a mood. Jeet Rama? No way, Jeet Rama's still around. Jeet Rama? He's been around for a long time. I got a feeling that I did a video on him years ago. Jeet Rama. Knee strikes coming in by Sikoa. Headbutts. Kick. Real Samoan style. Lots of strikes. His family left him. Solo Sikoa relies on no one. His family left him. That's kind of significant, considering he's an Oos. He had a feral existence growing up. I think the bloodline has got a lot to answer for. Are they trying to make out he's not a Oos? Rama is down. How many times have we seen Rama without the ability to get back up? I can answer that very rarely because we never see Rama. Rama has got drama. He's really over with the people. Yeah, because everyone knows he's a Oos. Big splash. It looks good. Yeah, it looks good. Boom. Solo Sikoa with his in-ring debut, and he wins with a big splash. They left him. I'm sad. Disrespecting the tribal chief. That is disrespect. Jeet is about to get the sheet beat out of him. Sikoa left the table. He got kicked out the table. Solo Sikoa wins. Congrats, Jimmy. I mean, Jay. Hang on, I'm confused. Jimmy J and Solo. So you had, like, the twins, Jimmy and Jay, and then, like, another one came along on its own, and they were like, what should we call this one? How about Solo, because it's on its own? They're still going forward with this Tian Sha thing. Right. LA Knight. Boa versus Grayson Waller. Boa versus Grayson Waller. What shoe size are you? I am a 10. Days Cyborg says, thanks for the foot message. Oh, foot massage. The foot message. Days, I watched WWE on 2003. Brock beat Big Show, and Stone Cold and Eric get drinking beers, and Hot Rod versus Hogan. I still watch WWE on the network. LA Knight, yeah, LA Knight. This is still going on. Yeah, it is still going on. This show's still going on. An hour and 20 minutes in. Wow. Remember when Tian Sha was actually interesting? Yeah. I'm a size 5'6" in kids. My feet are tiny, says Sonny. You're the same size as me, says Edwards. If athletes get athlete's foot, what do elves get? Mistletoes. Days, I want to see Solo versus Roman. Solo should win the title, but only if WWE treat him right. Yes, I think we're a long way away from that, though. A long way from that. J40, I'm a size 12. Well, you should be J12 then. I'm watching NXT 2.0. Legend Killer, shout out to you. Edward said, and I'm only 17. Edward the Giant. Fun fact, Zion Quinn gave Boa his first loss. KFC Brunion said, Sikoa and Samoa Joe should join the Bloodline. Tony said Tony should get a talk show called Setting the Tone with Tony D'Angelo. What's your favourite city? Birmingham. It would have to be Birmingham because that's where my family are from. It's where I've lived. It's where I've worked. I know it like the back of my hand. So it would have to be Birmingham. Is it the best city? No. I mean, London beats it. New York beats it. I'd say there's probably 1,000 cities around the world that beat it. But it's the city I grew up in. I know it. I know its strengths. I know its weaknesses. I know what it's good at. I know what it's lacking. But, I mean, it's got everything you want. It's got nightclubs, pubs, bars. It's got a great road called Broad Street that's just full of clubs. So you can have a good night out in Birmingham. You could have a really good night out in Birmingham. Great shopping as well. So, yeah, it's got everything you want. It's just not... It's not New York. Right. We've got Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen. Looks like a nice bit of meat they're cooking there. Medium rare. The only way a man should eat a steak. They are doing a lot more. They are doing a lot more of these kind of vignettes, which I appreciate. Okay, so we're just learning a bit more about these two. Have you ever missed a stream due to needs catching up with sleep? No. I'm back. I was talking to my girlfriend, Cora Jade. Austin said, I'm 7 foot 3 inches and I weigh 120 pounds. Do you think Hangman will win at Full Gear? As I can see Kenny taking time off to get surgery on multiple injuries. Probably, yeah. I said before, it's not how I would have booked it. But, because I think it looks like he is going to win at Full Gear, yeah. And I think a story this good shouldn't have had a as predictable ending. But, people are still going to want to tune in to see Hangman get the title, aren't they? So, I missed the alarm once. Had to push the stream back to another day. Did I? What stream is that? I believe you, but what stream is that? How would you bring? I mean, it wouldn't be like Raw. It wouldn't be Raw or SmackDown or something like that, would it? Was it a members only? Was it members only? They don't count. Has any of your family ever been in a chat or stream? Not to my knowledge. My parents have. My dad has watched some streams or parts of streams. I don't know if he does anymore, but at the start he did. But yeah, not anymore. Although saying that, they're on holiday at the moment. They ain't got anything to do, so there's every chance they have been. I was in a retro. It was a retro watch along. Oh, it was the WrestleMania 17 one. Oh well, there we go. Retro WrestleMania watch along then. I was going to say, we couldn't just go, oh, we can't do Raw tonight. We'll do it tomorrow. Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble 2001. I tell you what, you lot have got better days knowledge than I have. Right, we are underway with Boa against Grayson Waller. And we got a straight jacket. How would you bring Alexa back? Bring her back in the Rumble. But I would change a gimmick. I wouldn't do the Lily thing. Stomp by Boa. Back elbow by Waller. How old is your father? That's a good question. I don't know. I'd have to think. I think I know what year he's born. Days wants Alexa to come back as Lily. Here we go. Waller over on the side. LA Knight is getting involved. Boa kicks at the ropes. Waller goes down. Kick by Boa. Waller goes down. 1, 2, 3. Boa wins. So Grayson Waller was distracted by LA Knight. Distracted by LA Knight and if you're going to stand on that rope. Okay, LA Knight blames Waller for that loss. Right, we go back to the poker room. Right, we've got Hudson and Grimes. You're just nothing now, Boa. This is dull. This is dull. Boa wins. Right, Grimes got a full house. Cameron Grimes has won. And everyone else is chanting to the moon as they leave the room. Right, here's Ciampa. If Wyndham does debut at Full Gear, do you have a specific match or moment to debut him in? No, listen, I don't think he needs to come into anything. There doesn't need to be anything like that. His arrival would be so big that anything he goes in would just be overshadowed. So I don't quite know if you'd just do it like in between matches or something like that. If you bring him back in a match, I mean, I wouldn't have him go after the title. So I'd keep him away from the title for a little while. Because you need to establish his new character. I mean, it could be cool if, like, I personally think it would be cool if someone was picking on the Dark Order. Imagine if, like, for weeks and weeks the Dark Order had been bullied. And, like, they tried everything. And, I mean, that would make sense, wouldn't it? And there's no one to turn to. There's no one that can help them. They've got a match against whoever. MJF and some other people or whatever. The Pinnacle. Pinnacle against Dark Order. Dark Order are getting battered. And then, do you know what I mean? You could actually take a leaf out of Survivor Series 2014 when it was like Team Cena versus Team Authority. And it was like Ziggler on his own against 3 people. And Triple H was cheating and all this kind of stuff. And it didn't seem like there was any hope for Ziggler. And then the lights went out and Sting walked out. And it was just, what a moment. That's one of my favourite ever WWE moments. That shadow in the whole history of WWE. That 2014 moment with the arrival of Sting. Disgusting. Disgustingly good. So, yeah, I absolutely love that moment. So you could do something like that. You could do like an elimination match. If Dark Order lost, they're out. They have to break up. If Dark Order lose, they have to break up and leave AEW. Pinnacle versus Dark Order. If Dark Order lose, they have to leave AEW. Get down to like 3-on-1. It's an elimination match. There's only Silver left. And he's battling. If he loses, that's it. He is out. All of the Dark Order are out. You could have the Dark Order like watching backstage. You know, nervous. Some of them getting upset. Anna Jay getting upset, thinking it's the end. There's a bit of outside interference by Tully. And then, boom, lights out, come back on, and Bray Wyatt, Wyndham is in the ring. And that connection to Brody. I'd love that. That'd be cool. Just take a leaf out of that. Some of the best ideas in wrestling are recycled. I'd recycle that. Alex, you need to make one more pick for UFC. William says, I'm back from cleaning my sexy parts. Sexy parts. Obviously, Bron is going to get another shot. He is facing Ciampa and Sammy on the UK tour next week. Wouldn't the Pinnacle be outnumbered? Well, it wouldn't be the whole of the Dark Order. Just do 4-on-4, 5-on-5. And you could even have built it. You could have built it up whereby the Dark Order's trying to figure out who would be the 5 there that would go in that Dark Order lineup. So that's how I would look to do it. I would do something along those lines. I don't think that Wyndham is going to be or would be connected with the Dark Order. I wouldn't be looking to make him the new leader of them or anything. But I think that it really establishes him as a massive face if he stands up for the Dark Order. And he's like, do you know what I mean? That bond, like he's doing it for Brody. There could even be a moment where he says, for Brody. I mean, that'd smack you in the feels, man. That would smack you in the feels. And then he can, that's it, you know. He's kept them in. He's kept them in. He doesn't need to be a part of them or do it. There needs to be no follow-up. Maybe then, like, you know, his next matches and feuds could be with Pinnacle. But, you know, he's helped Dark Order. And he's off on his own solo journey then. I think that'd be cool. I'd do that. Oh, Tian Shah's gone. Bo has walked backstage and Tian Shah has gone. What's happening? What the flip? Tian Shah had gone. He looks at the chair, and when he turns around, he's got face paint on, and then he blows smoke at the screen. Who remembers when I said the second hour's got to be better than the first? Does anyone remember that? Pepperidge Farm remembers. We have got Tommaso, though. We have got Tommaso. I'm going to make his name big because that'll be exciting. Look at that. I'm going to make it so big it barely fits in the box. Jumper! Hope no one else comes into the ring because they ain't going to fit him in. Look at that. Daniel said he got that face paint on very quick. Yeah. As soon as he went down like this, he was like... and he blew out smoke. Oh, and he quick, let's go. Don't smoke, kids. Giggity. Right, here's Ciampa. Ciampa! Mandy Rose. New champs everywhere. You're a new champ, and you're a new champ, and you're a new champ. New champs everywhere. Only problem is, no one told Tommaso Ciampa. At the end of the night, Tommaso is a god. He is a god. He deserves this big text. They call him Big Text Ciampa. Tommaso Big Text. He's got a target on his back. This is usually the time where someone comes out. Well, here is Carmelo Hayes and Mr. Bout It, Bout It. Say it, say it, say it, say it, say it. He better say it. Imagine if he doesn't say it. Carmelo Hayes says he is that guy. I need to put you in check. Melo, don't miss. There's a new school on the rise, and I just happen to be the leader of it. I like that. Take this with the most disrespect. You're say it. I am the A champion, says Carmelo. That's all it is, and that's all it's going to be. Oh, my God. Kill him, Tommaso. He's annoying. Kill him. He's got good heat, Melo. Kill you. Ciampa's gonna kill you. I want to see Ciampa kill him. It's hard to hear you over all these people. That's more like the NXT crowd from old. I looked into your eyes and thought, damn, he doesn't believe a word he's saying, does he? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, lovely left hand strike there by Ciampa. Trick went down. Ciampa's bout it, bout it. Ciampa, Ciampa. Man, this is what, like, star power does. Yeah, this is Ciampa's world. The rest of NXT is just living in it. Tommaso Ciampa. Having him back as a solo star has been good. I wasn't feeling him and Timothy Thatcher, to be honest. Here comes the way. I can't wait to see him and Johnny. This will be good. Tommaso holding on to his championship. Here's Johnny, old friend Johnny, old matey boy Johnny. DIY, 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 DIY. Look, it's like, it's teasing like I'm going to hit you with a kendo. Oh. DIY, DIY, DIY. Yes, 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 yes. Look at these two. Ah. This is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, now we're up and running. Only took us an hour and 40 minutes. Johnny and Tommaso. Johnny and Tommaso. Ah, man. I'd be down for seeing another of them matches. That was good. I love Johnny. DIY. DIY, yeah, the tag team they used to be in. This is awesome. The two goats of NXT. Johnny, yeah, there's no Dexter. It was just Johnny coming out on his own. DIY. Ciampa is bout it, bout it. Yeah, that was good. Even though it was only fleeting, it was good. I'll add that to the Robert Stone performance earlier. And the Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker felt a big deal on this week's show. I do agree with that. Bron Breakker felt like a big deal. Robin said, one more match, please. Yeah, that last one was like the cinematic thing. Nah, that's not how you end this. Don't end it like that. Who's your favourite on NXT 2.0 right now? Genuinely... Probably Johnny. Probably Johnny. I like Johnny. Johnny, in the way, has been fun. He's still capable of incredible matches. And just seeing him walk out there with Tommaso, probably Johnny. I've been watching a lot of Johnny doing figure hosting. You know, the like Comic-Con and I think Ringside Fest, I think he just did. Did he? No, I don't think he did. I was watching, like, Johnny's been doing, like, figure reveals with Sam Roberts. He's really funny, man. He's really funny. He keeps arguing with Sam Roberts as to who the real host is of the figure reveals. He's just good. He's really talented. He's an entertaining guy. And he can wrestle. I don't think anyone has got more 5-star matches in WWE than Johnny Gargano. So, I love him. The only problem is... would Vince know how to use him? I'm not sure. Wrestling Days broke, I guess, an hour ago, Wyndham would not find the World GCW appealing and probably has no intention of doing indies, says their owner, Brett Laundrette. Brett Laundrette. Brett Laundrette said Bray isn't going to go to GC Dub. GC Dub. GC Dub. Thanks for the info, Brett Laundrette. Legend Killer said, we need Glock Anderson. He should change his name, definitely, to Glock Anderson. Do you think Owens will sign a new deal? I don't know. I'm sure the money's going to be super, but he will. I think he will want to go to AEW. Right, here's Johnny and Dexter. Where do you learn to make banana splits? At Sunday school. Mine is Dexter and Johnny and the NXT champ and Up to the Moon Dude. Up to the moon. Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes. Right, Lumis is in the ring. Ding, 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 ding. A sucker punch. Right, they're trying to work out. That was good. Johnny was like, right, should we do rock, paper, scissors? Here we go. Like this. And Dexter just went. Johnny was like, okay, fine. You can start. Dexter having a look at Trick Williams. Now Carmelo steps in. I mean, we are forgetting how much of a killer Dexter is. Dexter crawling out. I don't like the hands thing. Doesn't need that. I don't like the hands thing. I liked Dexter when he was standing there and he was like twisting his head and he was like. And then he goes down and he like crawls out. The thing is, when you crawl over, your head's right there. Like, you could just get kicked in the head. I don't understand. You're putting yourself in a vulnerable position. Silly Dexter. Just that he doesn't think things through. That's his problem. It's always been his problem. Bray doesn't need a film. He needs a series. Who do you see winning, or will this end in a DQ? Well, I don't know, actually. I don't know. Who do you think wins? Should we do a quick poll? Let's do a poll. Not yet a woman. Here we go. Next week, Ikemen Jiro and Kushida take on the Creed brothers. Who wins? Is it Lumis and Johnny, or Carmelo and Trick? Carmelo and Trick. There we go. Boom. Right, let's move Jumper. Johnny and Lumis versus Trick and Carmelo. Can go there, can't it, really? Poll time! Dexter's gonna kill you. Dexter's gonna kill you. How big can I make this? Not that big. Right, Johnny Chance. Have we got one more commercial break, maybe? I'm guessing so. Poll. Nice, says Mac. Yep, there we go. Let's see what people think. Carmelo. Nice. Hip toss. Drop kick by Lumis. So far, we've had nearly 50 votes. 92% of people say Lumis and Johnny. Johnny doing the... Boop, 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 boop. Johnny's doing the old walking on the hands as well. Picture in picture. Johnny has got the rebel heart on his trunks. Apparently the crossface, crippler crossface, was invented by Dean Malenko, not Chris Benoit. Come on, Johnny. Gargano. Jadam said, Days, you're right. I knew it. I said, didn't I, Jadam? I said. I knew I'd be right. What am I right about again? Days, you're right. The second house was way better. The second house. I'm right about something that I don't even know what we're on about. Do you watch Young Rock? It's a good series. Watched the first episode. It was alright. I heard Cornette talking about all the inaccuracies in it. So I wouldn't use it for wrestling knowledge. I wouldn't get like any wrestling facts from it. But yeah, if you want like some wrestling entertainment, then it seems alright. Who do you think will win, says Hammer Studios? I think it's going to be Carmelo and Trick. I'm going to say Carmelo and Trick. I think that Carmelo is being built up. I think he's champion. What do we achieve by having him lose here? I'm not sure. So I say Carmelo and Trick. Will Ospreay doing karaoke is the best thing in the world. I don't care who wins as long as there isn't a roll-up. Yeah. I think they mean the second half. Oh, I didn't say the second half would be better though, did I? I suppose I said it can't be much worse. Can I take that as a dub? How can you tell if a vampire is sick by how much he is coughing? Do you watch football? I do, on the Football Days channel. Depends what football you mean. If you mean soccer, European football, yes. Like American football, no. Only the Super Bowl final. I don't think it's called that. I think it's just called the Super Bowl. Days, the Raw before WrestleMania, Miz and Morrison vandalized Bad Bunny's Bugatti car with red paint. Did he go to the car wash to wash it off, or did he tow truck and tow the car away? Someone told me that he'd bought it and changed his mind, and didn't like the car anymore. So I don't know what he did with it. It was his car. But perhaps he just wasn't bothered by it. Perhaps he's got so much money now that he's just like, do what you want. I'm sure I can get it cleaned. If not, whatever. I don't know. I don't know what he did to it. I'm sure he did just get it cleaned. I think, actually, by using it on the show, could he not then write it off under tax or something? There might have been like a reason where he was willing to use it. Because you might be able to have it as a tax write-off. I'm not sure if there's like limits and stuff like that to that side of things. I've never wrote off a car, but that might be why he was willing to do it. I'm sure there was some financial benefit for him. What's your top 5 YouTube wrestling podcasts? I don't know if I listen to 5, to be honest. Grilling with JR. Something to Wrestle With. Jim Cornette. Maybe 82 Weeks with Eric Bischoff. There's lots I can think of. I'll give Don Tony a shout. I like Don Tony. Don Tony's cool. I used to listen to Don Tony when I was living in Southampton. So Yeah, Don Tony's cool. Is that 5? If not, Wrestling Escape Pod. Clothesline over the top goes Lumis. Has there been EO tonight? Yeah, we've seen EO. We've seen EO. Leg drop by Lumis. Lumis going over to Carmelo, who's down on his knees. Picks him up. We're into the final throes of this one. We've got 5 minutes left. Carmelo gets planted. 1, 2. Kick out. This match is awful, says Black Mask. Next on USA and Sci-Fi, Chucky. Minty Eye said Deathlock Pro Wrestling is now an official. Big kick by Wrestling Company. Trick Williams with some right hands goes through a kick, and Johnny ducking underneath. This is awesome chants from the NXT crowd. Johnny tags in Lumis. Robin said it's a good match. Big strikes there by Gargano and Lumis. Carmelo and Trick Williams go down. Lumis climbing up. Elbow drop by Lumis. 1, 2. Carmelo makes the save. It's almost done. It's almost done. Okay, so Gargano on the outside. Trick Williams over the other side. This is awesome chance by the NXT crowd. Gargano throws the gloves away. He's going over to Carmelo Hayes. Hayes with the forearm strike. Gargano with a forearm strike back of his own. Shot by Hayes. We've had 97 votes. We'll end this as soon as we get to 100. 2 votes away. 2 votes away. Here we go. One more to go. Is someone going to vote? We're on 99 here. Kicks coming in by Carmelo. Knee straight. I feel like everyone has now gone, don't do it. Don't give it. Poll's been ended. Right, insert Dexter. 86% of people say that Lumis and Johnny will win. Carmelo in trouble. Hayes is in trouble, and Trick's got the shoe. Boom! He wallops. Dexter with a shoe. Johnny with a suicide dive. Hayes for the win. Leg drop, back of the head. Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams win. It's a very disappointing NXT community that we've got here. 86% of you are wrong! Unbelievable! I've got to go to bed. Good night. Good night. My top 5 would be Jim Ross, My World with Jeff Jarrett. I haven't heard that, to be honest. The Kurt Angle show's all right, yeah. 83 Weeks and the Bruce Pritchard show. Helicard, shout out to you. Did you know WrestleMania 2 was the only Wednesday, WrestleMania on a Monday? I did. Boo, boo. Matt Davis said yes. I got it right. Well done, Matt Davis. You're allowed to stay. Whom are you angry with? I'm angry with the 86% of the community that got that wrong. That's who I'm angry with. Botchy botch. Imagine voting for the wrong team, says Austin, who definitely voted for the wrong team. Right, that's the end of NXT. Let's do another poll, shall we? Only this time, it's for your votes. What do you score NXT? 8 to 10. 7 to 7.75. 6 to 6.75. 5.75 or below. Joseph said very good match. Daniel said 6. Nothing was interesting until the main event. 5.75 said Brony. Very good match anyway. 6, nothing was interesting. 7, first show in 6 weeks. Gotta go. Bye. Bye. 6.5. At least it wasn't a roller. Erase Your Mind said, watch your Chucky. It's because it's 2.0. Anything is possible. Remember, Mandy Rose and Toxic Attraction have all the golds. Brad said 6. Draco says 7. Brony said 5.75. Joseph says 8.5. Trey says 5.75. Daniel says 6. Alex said dawn. It's only 2 a.m. here. Bunkers says 6.1. Austin says 6.5. Remember that. Austin said 6.5. It's on screen right now. Full-time score 6.5. That's what Austin said. Full-time score 6.5. What did Austin say? Full-time score 6.5. That's what Austin said. Sonny said 6. Dylan said the same as Austin, 6.5. Justin also said 6.5. Matthew says 9. Brony says 5.75. Legend Killer says 6. Edward says 6. I'm out of focus. I'm now in focus. Nelson says 8. Bunker says 6.1. Justin says 6.5. My score stayed the same, and it's a 6, says Sonny. Sonny has taken a screenshot. Austin said, don't pay attention to my score. What, the 6.5? The 6.5 that you just put in, that one. That score, that 6.5 score. The one where you said 6.5. That one. 6 said Legend Killer. 675 said Rye. 5.6 says Vinji. 987 says Brandon. Let me in with a 6.5. Gelato is better than ice cream. Let's see. We're sneaking our way to 100 votes. Sneaking our way to 100 votes. As people gone 6.5, the same as Austin, or what have people gone for? People are insane, by the way. Hang on, let me have a look. Let me just double check. Did I read that right? Right, no, people aren't. I thought people were insane. You're not insane. I thought 8 to 10 was winning, and it's actually the lowest score. It's because it's at the top. I was like, is it winning? You're not insane. Not insane. Let him in says 6.5. The same as Austin. Yeah, that score. Why pay attention to it? Alex said 669. Days, don't be angry at who picked Johnny and Dexter, because I picked Johnny and Dexter. David says 6.5. Hasib says 6. Right. We are sneaking our way towards the end here. I am going to end this. 62675 as 1. I am a little lower. I think there was times where I was genuinely bored. I am 5.5. I am below 6.5. I would definitely be in the 5.75 or below. I would be there. I was bored. I don't like Toxic Attraction. I don't find them interesting. There was lots about this show that I was like, I couldn't even have fun with it. Robert Stone I actually enjoyed. Main Event I thought was decent. Bron Breakker I thought was decent. Sikoa I thought was all right. Outside of that, I wasn't feeling this show. This show didn't do it for me. If you enjoyed it, brilliant. 5.5. Let him in says same. Oh, yeah, 5.5 was my score too. 6 is next to 5, so it's a common mistake. Actually, do you know what? That's a very good explanation. 6 is next to... I meant 6.5. Did I press 5? Oh, I meant 5.5. I meant 5.5. You did well there. You did well. You got out of that well. I do have to applaud that. Anthony said, can I get a shout out and thanks for the stream? Shout out to you, Anthony. Zachary says 7. Sonny is laughing. Justin's laughing. AEW tomorrow says Rashawn. He did well. He got out of that really well. Respect, nothing but respect to Austin 316. Yes, and that is it. This one, as I said, bit below for me. That's 2 weeks in a row, really. I like NXT 2.0. You never quite know what you're going to get, but for me, this episode was a miss. Halloween Havoc was a miss. So I'm waiting for us to get back on track. So we'll have to see what next week brings. So I like NXT. I do like it. I do look forward to it, and I'll look forward to next week. I love Ciampa. Ciampa's awesome. I love Ciampa. So yeah, that was a good moment when Ciampa and Johnny were face to face. That was good. So we'll have to see how it moves forward, but yeah. NXT was better on the network. I agree with that. Right, we're done. Awesome, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate the support as always, and hopefully I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.